sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth a flow like Mount Quaqua Tribe. Ooh. From Grand Ends to St. George, this the people them a shout. Real expression now idle, let your heart pour out. Ooh. Oh, microphone to the heavens, the signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the air. Speak your truth, grenade away your heart there. Real expression, real connection. 91.9 the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound will make freedom ring. Real expression, real connection. 91.9 the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound will make freedom.
From the hills to the harbor, from the mountains to the plains, from Sates to Snell Hall. Good morning, Brother Bandy.
Good morning to you, Mr. Donald. And again, we want to just see how grateful we are for another day that the Lord has given unto us. So already the 4th day of the week, we are thankful and we just acknowledge Him this morning to say take full preeminence over what we do show this entire day. And Father, we pray, God, that what we do in every area of our life throughout the day, Father, we pray by your Spirit, Lord, that you will bring glory and honor to your name. There is none like you this morning, because we have searched the world all over and find nobody like you. This morning, we thank you for the Real FM family, Father. As we gather this morning, our hearts together, Lord, we ask you, God, to watch over each and every listener in a very special way. Our needs may be different this morning, Father, but you are acquainted with every need this morning. You are our sole provider. You are the source of everything. You are the source of life. God, we thank you for the greatest gift, the gift of life. And this morning, we place you as our great high priest. This morning, we just lift up this entire program this morning, the agricultural program. We bring the farmers. Oh God, we pray, God, this morning that you continue to be with them, continue to strengthen them, give them the wisdom, Lord, all what they need, Lord, to provide for this beautiful land that you have given to us. This morning, Father, we lift Mr. Donald into your hands. We thank you for him. Continue to bless him. Continue to protect him. Continue to guide him. Give him the strength day by day as he continues to do this work on Real FM. So, Father, we ask you to take full control today. Have your way in our midst, Father. Be glorified today, Father. We exalt your name this morning, Father, because you are God. We give you thanks. We give you praise. And God, we just commit this time into your hands. Commit this day into your hands, Father. Somebody this morning not well in body. Great physician. The sympathizing Jesus. We pray a special touch for them. Oh God, we pray for every family this morning. Don't know what they are going through this morning, but we commit them into your hands this morning. We pray for every driver this morning, especially all the bus drivers. oh God, who carry out the daily duties, Father, to bring people at work to build this beautiful land. So we ask you to protect them from harm, accident, and danger. Take charge today, Father. Commit this day into your hands. Be glorified today. Let your will be done. And at the end, Lord, you get the praise. You get the honor that you so rightly deserve. In Jesus' name, amen and amen.
Amen, amen, Brother Bandy. Good morning. How are you?
Being thankful again, my brother, for
Oh,
yet another day, being good.
we good, we good. How's your daughter?
She don't sleep with me last night.
She slept by, oh, she
So
slept. She slept by your family.
yeah,
Yeah,
every
good.
Wednesday night she sleep over.
Okay, right, right. I understand. And the boys okay?
Them boys, they better than me.
Yeah. All right. School today, of course.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
Yes. They're
yeah.
already preparing for school already.
All right then. All right. But Bandy boy, the dry season hitting boy.
I don't think so. I find we getting good weather.
Well, I know you getting rain up there. I ain't getting none by me. I get some rain. But today's Thursday, so Tuesday evening I got some. That was it.
Rainfall on Tuesday afternoon for a very
Yeah,
long time
yeah.
in
That
my
was it.
area.
That was it.
But it was a little bit challenge for me because I came up from Grenville and I had to spend a whole hour in a bus stop
Well, that's good.
before I could reach home.
Anytime you get trapped in a bus stop, Bandy, what you have to do is to use the time to reflect on life.
Thank you, but because of the bridge, it was a challenge to be able to carry groceries and stuff to reach home.
So tell Mr. Keith Charles about that. Don't tell me. When you see Keith Charles, tell him about the bridge. Don't tell Andre. Andre ain't fixing the bridge. Andre.
I hear you, boss man.
How they going anyway? How they going? And don't tell me good, eh? Tell me how they going.
Being honest with you,
Yeah,
I
don't lie
really
for me.
could expect a lot more. But hoping that they will be able to accomplish it pretty soon.
How long you feel they have there again?
Well, our Prime Minister said till June, so I take his word.
The Prime Minister said June?
Yes, that's what he said. But before he said May,
When he said
and then he
June?
comments. He had a press
Press
conference.
conference?
Yeah, and then he said it that time.
So June. So that means
Yeah,
so we're taking approximately 10 months to build up a bridge like that?
boy, only God to help us.
Okay, you said it. You and God kind of close. You can check him now?
Well, I already, talking to him, and I know
Yeah.
he's
Tell
going to
God
take
help us
control.
here. Hey, tell God help us in truth. Yeah, you and God, I know all you're close.
Have a blessed day, my brother.
You too. Wonderful. Take care. It's real. It's 91. Good morning, Grenada. Yeah. Do I have my guess? Yeah. Put it this way. When he decides he's coming, he's coming. If he decides, well, he's not really gonna be here, then you don't see him. But when he decides he's coming. JD morning. How you doing?
Morning, Mr. Donald.
How you doing?
Quiet as usual, no fuss, no fusion.
You've known me a long time, right?
Yeah, quite a long
From
time. What years?
a lot of years. I would say if I'm 60 now, so
You're 60?
I would say that you probably have known me maybe 54, 55 years out of that 60.
Why you say that?
Well, yeah, from the time I came to my days and the time I went to live in St. George's, yeah.
I know since you was in Mommy Belly.
Well, all that. There you go. So then, let me ask you a question now. Did you ever think that what come out in mommy belly, you call it mister? Stop that.
No, I don't think
Right? So stop it. All right? What goes in my head? What goes in my head is other guy. You would say that. I say, well,
so.
this guy.
That's why I roll, man. I call
So
everybody
you,
Mister. Say Mister.
so how you doing?
I'm
You all
good.
right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay.
Bandy say the dry season ain't that bad. What you say?
It's mixed.
Mixed.
Yeah. When I say yeah, not as bad as probably past years. Yeah, because I'm still seeing some green by me. You have time, you're not seeing any green.
We
Some
think it's gonna get worse.
it should get worse if, but the problem with the little green we getting, given the vegetation,
Some hope.
some hope. Yeah, that I'm there. So don't give up.
Don't give up. I'm
Don't
there.
give up. Yeah.
And one of the things I haven't seen is that the I usually judge the dry season by the look of the bananas.
Yeah.
The bananas blogger
Right.
planting,
Yeah.
that family,
Right.
and the coconut trees. Because them coconut trees they stick up eating when you're here
Dry.
dry season.
Dry season.
And then the banana trees they break.
Yeah. See they break, and especially when they have fruit, and when they're young,
Yeah, when they're young they break.
they break.
And
Then that
is
tells you
problem.
when it's terrible.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of that.
You haven't seen
No,
much of that.
no.
Okay. I think say good morning, JD. Say good morning.
Very good morning.
Good morning to you, JD.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Okay, that's fine to hear your voice this morning again.
Eh,
So you're going to give us some word for the day?
yes, I will.
Good. I got to them beach and go along.
Good morning to you, Mr. Donald.
Morning, my dear.
Good morning to the nation. I reading from the Word of God, Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord on the land. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that made us and not ourselves. We are the people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. For the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting and his truth endure to all generations. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Tell me one thing you want to thank God for this morning. Besides waking you up, tell me one thing you want to thank him for.
For life.
For life. Okay.
Yep.
Nothing else? Besides life and waking you up this morning, nothing else?
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank God for me.
For
Thank
my
God for
children,
me.
for friends, family.
All right.
You're thanking God for Andrew?
You have to say for friends.
No, I'm not friend. What happened to you? Getting crazy about? I should. I'm mad.
Okay, I thank you guys for this radio station and from Sir Andrew Donald, JD, for all working inside there.
Okay.
I thank the Lord for everyone.
For everyone.
So, Jump 6, you alright? How was your week so far?
My week good. It was good.
Okay.
The 4 days, 3 days, it was very good.
Alright. Well, I did jam.
Okay, then. Have a nice day.
You too, my love.
Be
Take
blessed.
Care.
All right, bye.
Good. Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. 13 minutes. It is after the 7 o'clock hour. Yes. Let me say good morning to those of you on the YouTube connection. How are you doing this morning? I trust that everything is fine with all you lovely people. Let me say good morning to Dolores Redhead. Good morning to Claude Abraham, Winnie, Simon. Good morning to you, Faithlin, the Harley Douglas girl. Faithlin, how you doing, girl? Yeah, Faithlin, I did jamming. I didn't see you for a couple of days. Yeah, I didn't see you. Ronald Clock, good morning to you. And Shirley Scarrett, what's up, girl? Everything going okay? And saying good morning to Ron Julian. Am I saying good morning to you? And then, Tamika Moses. Good morning, Tamika. How are you doing, dear heart? Steve Kraft. How you doing, big cuz? Everything all right? Yeah. You know Steve Kraft?
No, I don't.
So Mount Rose.
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, stay that way. It's better for him if you don't know him. So, what are farmers doing now, Jay? Or what farmers should be doing now?
Clearing up,
Clearing up.
clearing up, yeah. Preparation, some clearing to get land plow. So they should be in the clearing mood.
If you had a nice plot of land, nice and flat, and you had water close to it, meaning like a river close to it, and then you could probably invest in a pump and so on for that particular piece of land, and you can get some. What would you plant on the ground, or would you do hydroponics?
It depends on what you want to do. It all depends on
Mr. Son, ask a question. You ask, and that's me.
if I would plant on the ground. Yeah, I'd plant on the ground.
You won't use hydroponics?
If I'm going to do well, the only way I'm going to do hydroponics, if I'm going to do like drip to waste,
What?
is a drip to waste is a type of hydroponic.
What is drip to waste?
Using the cocoa pit
Uh,
as the medium. You're not using straight water. You're using the cocoa pit.
what is cocoa peat?
Cocoa pit is a material made from fiber, the coconut shell. That's what you call it. Cocoa pit.
Okay, so you're using that.
That as your medium.
So you're not using water.
Yeah, you have to use. Okay, you're not using water, straight water like in hydroponics. You must grid water. We're using a drip irrigation on it.
Drip to waste.
Yeah, drip to waste. That's what it's called.
Drip it to your side to the side of your waist, or what is drip to waste?
That's a method. Drip to waste. Like if it's drip when you drip, if any waste it will drip off. You don't stay on the
Any what waste?
on the water. Any water waste. You
Would
know,
drip out.
out yes, out for the medium. That's why you call drip to waste.
So and they're gone. Well, in your
No. The water. You put it on drip, so and then after, you wouldn't be dripping forever. You cut it off when you think the medium has enough moisture. And even you talk about more about that next week. I'll get my agronomist from Trinidad to talk more about.
Talk more about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
About drip to waste.
You see my plantation I'm developing.
Yeah, I see you're extending. You're extending, man. You're going better and better every day. Things are getting better.
I want to. I intend to farmer for life
for the area.
No, but all that. All that.
Not for the area, for your just the surrounding.
I don't care what you say. You say what you want to know.
No, I like what you're doing. I see you have what, one brancher, you do two branchers, and you do like want to extend it, so you could do more branchers there, and then you see you up tires, which is very good.
Yeah,
You quite a lot of tires.
and you see the front part. The front part,
facing the road.
Yeah, road facing the lone palm tree that's there. You know that little piece there, close to the drain on that side.
Right. Yeah.
I'm wondering what should I do there.
Do what you're doing first, and then when you're finished.
No, I'm still wondering. Should I clean it up and put some tires?
Yeah.
Or should I cut those tires like design tires?
You could, yeah. You could do. Yeah, you could, and you could turn it in a way, turn it inside out. Yeah, and then it holds more mold when you do that.
When you turn it inside out.
Yeah.
But what would I plant there? Is it so close to the road?
Well, when you get to the.
I don't want to plant flowers. You can't eat flowers.
You can't eat flowers.
Can't eat flowers.
Yeah. When you get to an
I'll plant. I know. And first thing I'm going to do is plant two pepper trees. And anybody say, "Give me 2 pepper." Take it.
Yeah, when you plant, you have to plant for others.
Yes.
They go tell you, no, well, I like over there. You have to put aside.
Yeah, if I catch you over here, we go into that's pretty elastic if I catch you.
And you have a camera, so you could pick up all of that. So
you're exposing me, man.
I will do. I shouldn't say that. Right.
Say that.
And what I like what you're doing, you want a catchment, so you could feed the beds.
Yeah.
Just open up pipe.
Because I'm looking at 2 things. 1, it rains, you get filled. 2, if it doesn't rain, I can fill the thing still. I can fill the barrel still. If it doesn't rain, I can just fill it up.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking at the possibility of getting some lines.
to put on the
Yeah,
on the branca.
yeah,
So
and
you
even
don't,
to the tires to
yeah,
send it
you
to the
run
tires
out. So that's
also.
why you have to put your tires in rows. So you're running the line above the tire, and then you bore the line where you want the water to drip. Yeah, so they must be in a row, straight row. Yeah, not straight row down the line. Yeah, so and
Yeah,
then
I had a plumber coming yesterday.
okay, and then
I had a plumber come and look at it yesterday,
you seal the
and
end,
yeah,
seal the out
yeah,
then so the water will remain in the line
in the line.
and will just drip into the tire.
I have, yeah. So
Yeah.
I had a plumber come and take a look at it yesterday,
Okay.
and he then advised me of where I could find some barrels.
Mobile, yeah, the modem
So
area,
so
yeah.
the you remember I showed you this morning
Right.
where I was going to do the other stand for the barrels.
Right.
So I'm looking to put at least 4 more barrels there.
That's the right. And you connect one into the other, one into the next, into the
Yeah,
next. So when
and
one full, it goes on to another one, and it goes on and it goes on.
yeah, and then what I'm going to do is the closer to the bathroom,
Right.
I'm thinking of putting another stand there for 2 more barrels.
Yeah, the more water you can collect is better for you.
For 2 more
Yeah,
barrels.
that's better. That'll be
And
good.
so as to use those and have those barrels coming back to be able to feed into the same
Into the
line.
same line, yeah.
Yeah,
Not,
they may not necessarily be connected to those
those
on
already
right,
there. Yeah, not a
but
problem.
they can
Yeah,
come back and connect to the same line.
yeah, that'll be good. And then what you can do also, you can build a stand and you just put, if you're doing liquid fertilizer, so they could feed when you want to fertilize them, they feed the plants through the lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to, if I'm going to do liquid fertilizer, it means I have to be able to control the water
No,
intake.
no, when you don't need a big container. A 5 gallon bucket could use, but again, when you want to do that, you just attach it to the you lock it off, and it goes,
Oh,
when you want to use it goes into the main line.
so I can just get a separate barrel.
Yeah, separate. No,
And
that's a lot of water you to me mixing fertilizer. You can get a bin, you get a garbage bin with something
what
like
garbage bin?
them big, get a bin. I could a 5 gallon bucket you could use when you want to mix fertilizer. So it goes direct into the main line with the water when you want it, and then when you don't want it, you just cut it off.
Okay, let's get the weather because we have to get the lady from Jamaica this morning.
Yeah.
All right, then hold on. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5. Good morning, Grenada. Caribbean, love you. Love you tons. Love you tons, P. Martini and Carriacou.
Expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural pride, and the power of radio to amplify voices in Grenada. Woo! Tune in on the spice line, where the airwaves free read. On the radio see. Whoa. No sugar-coated lyrics, no fabricated vibe, just the raw truth a flow like Mount Kwakwa tribe. Ooh. From Grand Ends to Sense.
From the Morris Bishop International Airport, we have online Mr. Jonathan Price. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, the 16th of April, 2026, as recorded at the Morris Bishop International Airport. It is currently cloudy with showers in the vicinity. Winds are coming from the southeast at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1012.4 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 25 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 96%. Yesterday's maximum was 30.1 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 27.1 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence total for the month remains at 15.6 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy, becoming cloudy during the afternoon with occasional light to moderate showers. Today's max will be 30 degrees Celsius with winds easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate at waves 5 to 7 feet in easterly swells, hence a small craft advisory is in effect. Low tide will be at 8:30 a.m. and high tide at 2:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:19 and sunrise at 5:54. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy, becoming cloudy during the afternoon with occasional light to moderate showers. From the forecast at Skydamore Special International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Have a wonderful day, Jonathan. Do take care of yourself. This is Real 91.9, 25 minutes nowadays after our 7 o'clock hour. Andre the Farmer. Yeah, we can see what I want. What?
The becoming farmer.
You can say what you want to know.
You're not paying for the advisory fee, you know. I find
What advice? Who giving advice? You better pay for me allowing you to come and see technology being advanced. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with you? Guy, let me tell you,
she said she connected. I don't know.
She's not connected. She's not connected. Watch me. See here? Once she's connected, they'll see her right there. The count miss. So that's where we have to look for her, right there. So so it's like this. Let me give you a little lesson how it works. So that's you there. Nobody can see you except me.
Right.
All right. So right now people are seeing you. They're seeing you. Everybody's seeing you. You're there. When she's connected, I will then take her from here and put her up there together with you. That's how it is. Alrighty, so it's Agricultural Thursday for another beautiful morning. 26 minutes moving after the 7 o'clock hour. And we're waiting. I think JD has a guest lined up from Jamaica this morning. So that's who we're looking to make that connection from. Yeah, JD, can we talk still while you do that? No, you can't. You can't multitask. I know that. Not very well. Peter Sajak, how you doing? And Rosalind Jones, good morning. Cicely Celestine, good morning, dear heart. How are you? How's Anne-Marie Celestine Grant this morning, Cicely? I trust she is fine. So, yes, friends, I'm trying to organize my my domestic garden. A thing I want to try, and I don't know how it's gonna work, but this is what I really want to try. And I want to try growing watermelons hanging. Think that will work, Jay?
Yeah, it could, but it takes a lot of care and attention.
What can if you grow, you just put it string like you grow up on and put a piece of thing like it and hang. That's it.
You gotta put something to hold up the fruit, eh?
You have to put things to hold up the fruit?
Yeah, that's how the fruit drop.
How you drop? Pumpkin never too heavy for the brain to carry now.
Watermelon different.
No, watermelon different. What's wrong with this guy? Are you crazy? No. Go about that. I ain't making sense.
No. But you know something, potatoes, we tend to plant potatoes to run on the ground. But that technique is no longer, I've seen techniques now where they let it go up on like vine up instead of running on the ground.
And what does the potatoes you have to put?
No, once what this says that when it goes on the ground, it makes roots, all around wherever it runs on the ground. It will make the roots. So that determine the feeding of the potato itself.
So where would the potato?
You just put stakes like run up up on like beans or so. You run up. Because I saw.
And the potatoes will be hanging?
No, they're not hanging. The potato isn't to be in the ground. But when it runs on the ground, all the different roots, it shoots out on the ground. It has to feed it.
I prefer get a bucket and put potatoes inside a bucket.
No, that is okay. I see they're doing it in
yeah, it's Marie coming in.
They're doing it in baskets now.
Baskets?
Yeah, and I see they have it in all up to 50 pounds in one basket.
That's a lady who is a sticker for time. She's a nice Well, you guys matching this morning, man. JD, she has blue, you have blue, and she's a stick of her time, you're a stick of her time, and she's not even smiling. I thought I'd get a little smile because she's hearing me. Good morning, Mary. How you doing? You can wave if you hear me. That's all you need to do. She's not even waving. I wonder if she's hearing me. She should. But nonetheless, JD has Marie. Is Marie right? JD has Marie this morning, and she's in Jamaica, so he'll be speaking to her for maybe about half an hour. So I don't necessarily know what topics he's going to be speaking to her on this morning, but it's time for us to line up JD here and bring in Marie. Marie, good morning and welcome. You are live on Real FM. Good morning, Marie. Hello. She's not hearing us. Good morning, Marie. She's not hearing us. So therefore she cannot respond. JD, she's not hearing us, and I have absolutely no understanding why everything is set here. Um, I don't know if it's no, her mic is live. Her mic is live. Let me do a double check. Everything else is fine, JD. Let's see again. Marie, good morning to you. Good morning, Marie. How are you? She's not hearing. She might hear your voice, JD. Try your voice.
Good morning, Mary. Are you hearing us? Doesn't seem so.
She's not hearing. I have no indication of anything that is going to cause her not to hear us. JD, except the problem.
She's not hearing us. She says no, she's not hearing us.
She's not hearing us?
Yeah.
Good morning, but I'm not hearing a word. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we know.
We're hearing you.
Yeah.
What are you using? Are you using a computer?
I'm not hearing. I might have to disconnect my mic and use the mic on my phone. I'm not hearing you at all.
Yeah, try that. Try that. Tell her use the mic on her phone. That is probably what the problem is. Yeah, but she's coming in nice and clean. Good morning to Carol McSween. How you doing, Carol? I was hoping everything is fine with you. Are you hearing us now, by any chance? JD, talk to her.
Yeah.
No, just talk to her. Outside of the message, just
use the mic on your phone.
She's hearing you. We're hearing her. Pretty Jamaican girl.
I'm not hearing you. Let me disconnect my mic and see if it's interfering with. I'm not hearing. I've done this before and I didn't have an issue.
Okay. She's still not hearing.
We say she just disconnect the mic and use the phone.
I am trying to figure out what could be the issue here. I'm trying to figure out, but not being able to figure it out. Let me see again. Let me try something else. Okay, let's try it this way.
I am hearing when I disconnect the mic. I am hearing, so see my mic is interfering.
Okay.
I heard something a while ago.
You heard something. She heard something.
Yes, I heard you.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear now.
Good, wonderful. So let me set it up so yourself and JD can be the ones who lead off here this morning. Just give me one moment, and I'll set it this way. Let's see. Right, JD, you there? This is JD and this is Marie. Good morning to both of you again. And as they say,
good morning.
Good morning. Mary, Farming on the Rocks is a popular YouTube channel and social media brand run by a gardener based in Kingston, Jamaica. She
Yes.
specializes in showing how to grow an incredible variety of fruits and vegetables on land that is almost covered in rocks,
It
making,
is covered
tradi-
in rocks.
making traditional in-ground planting nearly impossible. Does that fit you?
It is covered in rocks. It's 100% rocks. All the soil that I plant in was imported. There was absolutely no soil on the property.
So how do you manage that?
We purchase soil and plant in containers.
So you mainly plant in contain. So can you say you're a container gardener?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, right. So can you give us some details on how you did it? And yeah,
Okay, so we started out just by planting callaloo and Scotch bonnet peppers because my family enjoy callaloo. What some country refer to as amaranth is the same thing we call callaloo here. So I started with 2 containers, a tire and a bathtub, just planting callaloo and a few Scotch bonnet peppers. And then we gradually added containers, collected soil, added more containers until it is what it is now.
so what acreage you're farming on now?
The entire property is about 3/4 acre. I'm not sure the size of the garden, but it is not really big. I just plant a lot, so it seems as though it's a big area, but it's not really a big area. The entire property, which owes the home, the rabbits, the chicken, it's less than 1 acre.
So you do have animals and so, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes. And what is the benefit to your farming with the animals?
Pardon?
What is the benefits of having the animals on the farm
Oh,
there?
the chickens, they're for food and for fertilizer. The rabbits, we got them for the fertilizer because they produce cold fertilizer, which is readily available. As soon as it passes through their system, it can be used in the garden. And so that is the reason why we got rabbits.
Do you collect the rabbit's urine?
Yes, we do.
Because that's very
Both,
vital. It's very vital for your
yes,
farming
both as fertilizer and pest control.
and pest control. Talking about pest control, what do you use for pest control?
It's excellent to use for things like white flies, for stink bugs, for aphids. It kind of deter them because it has a little odor. It kind of deter some of those pests, but it does not harm the useful pollinators to the garden.
But what other plants? Do you use any other plants for pest control?
Pardon?
Do you use any other plants for pest control?
Oh yes, pest control is, we must have a daily plan. I mainly use my hands to get rid of pests, but I also use things like homemade fertilizer, my soapy water, baking soda, cinnamon, stuff like that to help control the pests. We can never ever get rid of pests, and they're important to the ecosystem in the garden, but it is really, really important to control them. And how I do that is to monitor them on a daily basis, literally on a daily basis, to keep the pests down. We need them, but we don't need too much of them.
Exactly. But you use marigold as
Yes, I use marigold, but it only works for whiteflies. The stink bugs absolutely love the marigold. So persons will hear marigold control pest, and when I say use marigold, they still have the cabbage worms and they still have the stink bugs, and they'll say it's not working. It does not work for everything. It works only for whiteflies. So I incorporate them with my peppers and tomatoes, eggplant, stuff like that to keep the whitefly population down. But otherwise, we have to use other measures. It doesn't work for everything.
so do you plant all your vegetables and so in containers? What percentage of your planting you plant in containers?
99%. They're all in containers. I just have a few fruit trees that are planted in the rocks. And even for those, we still have to put soil. Move some of the rocks, put soil, and then plant the fruit trees. All 100% of my vegetables and small fruit trees are in containers.
Do you do composting? And
Pardon?
do you make composting for the farm?
Please repeat.
Do you make composting
If I do
for
composting for the plants?
the farm? Yeah.
Yes, I do. All the food scraps from the garden and the kitchen, the rabbit manure, chicken manure, they're placed on a compost pile and left to break down. And then we use that to replenish the soil in the containers because I can't always purchase soil. It's way too expensive. So that compost material, I use to repurpose the soil in the containers to keep costs down and to keep the plants healthy.
Give me an idea of some of the fruit trees that you plant.
Pardon me?
Give me an idea of some of the fruit trees that you plant.
We plant bananas, papayas, oranges, limes, lemons, grapefruit, soursop, sweetsop, custard apple, pineapples, June plums, mangoes. Am I leaving out anything? Pomegranates, strawberry, mulberries, nesberry, strawberry guava, star fruit. I'm looking in the garden. Avocado, Otaiti apples. Um, yeah, passion fruit, and most of these are in containers.
I'm seeing something right behind you there. Is that a pepper tree? I'm seeing something red
This is a
behind you.
cayenne pepper plant,
Uh-huh.
and it is loaded with fruits. This is a cayenne pepper plant,
All right. Is
and
it
right
very hot?
here,
Is it very hot?
yes, it is. This is a Suriname cherry. I left that one out. It's also planted in a container. I have grapes planted in containers, and they produce like crazy.
That is I've never heard of that before. I've really never heard of that. Farming, and now I could understand the terminology farming on the rocks. You're
Yes,
literally
it is
on the rock.
literal.
You're
It is
literally,
literal.
but one of the things that probably really goes for you here is that you don't have to spend too much on weeds, on controlling weeds.
Oh, that's a misconception.
Oh
We
yeah?
still get a lot of weeds growing out of the cracks, the nooks and crannies of the rocks. So we
Oh
still have
yeah?
to manage a lot of weed just as if it was soil.
Oh well, I was thinking that hey, you don't have to worry a lot about weeds, but you
Oh
don't have
no.
to you don't have to use one of the weed eaters, right? You just have to do so and manually chop them
Yes, we
up.
pull them with our hands,
You pull them with
myself
your
and my husband.
okay. But this is whose idea was this? Whose idea was this?
Well, it was a combination of myself and my husband, but he initiated the vegetable garden. When we just moved here, we started planting fruit trees immediately in the rocks. But the vegetable garden, I always wanted to do it because I'm from the country, but he pushed me to start because he knew my potential. So he said, you know what, you just need to plant the callaloo and stop buying these taste bad callaloo. So he initiated it. He got the first two containers. He started gathering the soil for me. But then I took it over totally and just expanded.
All right. Now, how about irrigation? How do you deal with that?
We water manually. We use a watering hose. It's right there. Let me let me show you. There is the hose on the wall right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So we water manually on a daily basis.
Would you consider it to be a heavy chore, a heavy task?
It is, and sometimes they have to chime in to help me, my kids and my husband, because it takes a mighty long time to water this many containers.
All right, but do you do water harvesting like harvesting rainwater? Do you do that?
We do, but it rarely rains here, like
Oh, really?
once or twice per month, and so we have to use both rainwater and tap water.
And tap water. Okay. Do you see a difference? Because you're probably able to see. Do you see a difference when you use rainwater as opposed to compost?
Absolutely.
What's the
Rainwater
difference?
is free fertilizer for the plants, and the
Mm,
garden looks totally different when you use straight rainwater compared to the water that is chlorinated. It makes a vast difference. If I had the choice, I would use only rainwater. It makes such a difference.
all right. Well, that was just me chiming in a bit there. The program belongs to him, so let him continue with you. With you.
Oh, okay.
So, Mary, what do you encounter any challenges?
Pardon me?
Do you encounter any challenges?
Oh, many challenges. Pest being the biggest, and then watering second, because you don't, you have a life, so you don't always have the time to water, and so the plants suffer. And once the plants are suffering, they get attacked by the pest, and then the pest is really difficult to manage whenever they get out of control. So those are my two biggest challenges, apart from the cost to purchase containers and soil.
You say you grow cayenne pepper, right? Do you ever mix the cayenne pepper with garlic and so to spray the plants to spray for pests?
Yes. Yes, I make my own cayenne pepper powder from the peppers that I grow in the garden, and then I incorporate them in my liquid emulsion that I use to spray the leaves of the plant, and that helps to keep down some of the pests, especially the cabbage worms.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.dreelfmgrenada.com.
Despite the challenges, can you see how successful is, how sustainable is your method of growing plants?
Also, stem, you broke up a while ago. I'm
Well,
sorry.
despite the challenges you face, how successful is your method? How successful and sustainable is your method of growing your vegetables?
It's highly successful. I'm not going to say it is easy. It is a challenge to do what I do, but if we remain disciplined and motivated, it is highly sustainable. I provide my family with food for the entire year, every year since I started, just about 95%, with the exception of garlic and Irish potatoes. Everything else we get from this garden. Every single day we're able to harvest and eat fresh from the garden. So even though it can, everything in life pose a challenge at some point. It is
Sustainable, makes sense.
challenging, but it is highly successful and it is sustainable.
But do you have excess after you feed your family? Do you have excess? And if you,
Always. We
yeah,
always have enough where we can share. We don't sell, but we
okay,
always have enough where we can share with family and friends and our neighbors.
that's great. Yeah,
You do all of this and you don't sell?
No, we don't sell.
Well, you must be a millionaire.
Oh, no, we are not. We work.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought that some of it. Do you know
Pardon?
that? Do you know that according to social media, that
Mm-hmm.
you, Marie, you are the creator of farming on the rocks.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm just doing some checking here, and it's amazing the amount of things that you've been doing. Container gardening.
Yes.
No. But outside of farming in containers, do you do like raised beds? Do you do that?
We have uh we have containers like bathtub and the large blue drums that we use for makeshift raised beds, but in terms of making raised beds, no, because the terrain is just too uneven and it would cost us way too much money to make it level enough to make traditional raised beds.
Okay. Do you have areas that you have covered based on the crop that you're growing in that particular area? Do you have areas that you have covered?
No, it's all containers on stands and on just placed on the rocks wherever we're able to place them where they won't turn over. But
Mhm.
no, there is no covered surface. No.
No covered surface. What would you say? was the most amazing plant for you that gave you the best yield in those conditions?
Lately, it would have been the grape. The grapes
Great.
surpassed my expectation by far. And over the years, Callaloo just produce, or amaranth, it just produce whether the sun is pelting hot or if it is cool, it just produce all year round. There's no season for it. So long term, it would be Callaloo. For the recent production, it would be the grape, and in between it's peppers, all sorts of peppers.
Have you ever tried planting tubers like yams and potatoes and so on?
Yes, yes, we've planted yams, we've planted sweet potatoes, dasheen, cocoa, or what you'd call taro. We've planted all of them and we are growing them now. I recently harvested arrowroot and they do tremendously in containers. All of them in containers.
So basically, what you're telling me is that the controlled environment has caused better yields of the things that you're doing, correct?
For some, for some of them, the sweet potatoes, I am from the country. Sweet potatoes does better in the ground in my experience. Yams grow bigger in the ground because when I plant a yam in a bucket, it grows to the bottom and there is nowhere else for it to go. Whereas if it was in the soil, it would have been a bigger yam. Dasheen, it does not matter. I produce the same size in the container as in the ground. For the cocoa, the same thing. But there are restrictions based on the size of the container. So I would say they produce well in containers. But if I had access to ground, to soil, I would plant yams and sweet potatoes in ground. But because I don't, I make do with what I have.
Have you ever tried corn?
Oh, corn does tremendously well. I just harvested a whole ton and I plant those in all sorts of containers. They all do well as long as I help to pollinate them. Because the thing is, corn, they were designed to plant in fields. They're air pollinated, and so when the pollen falls from the tassels, it pollinate each other. So when they're in 2 or 3 plants in one container, the wind tends to take the pollen away. So I literally have to pick the pollen from off of the tassel and spread it onto the silk of the corn in order for me to get full ears. But they do really, really well planted in containers.
Because that's hand pollination.
Someone just sent a message here, well, a question actually asking what material are the containers? Normal containers, normal plastic containers that you find anywhere? Is that?
Well, they should. I don't give advice on containers. It's a personal choice. The containers, the plastic one, they should be food grade. No chemicals should be. For the repurposed one, there should be many chemicals that were in them before you plant your food. You don't want chemicals leaching in your food. I plant in tires. That is a controversial topic because persons tend to say the chemical leaches from the tires. My thing is, and my rationale might be not too rational, but my thing is, if I am breathing in the air that is being, the tires are being burnt off on a daily basis on a roadway, and I'm breathing that in, I'm able to plant in the soil that is in my tires. But I do not give advice when it comes on to containers. That's a personal choice. I'm not sure if you're able to see me. The sun is coming over. Are you able to see me?
Yeah, now we're seeing you. But you can move if
Okay.
you have to.
Okay, I'm close to the Wi-Fi and I don't want my Wi-Fi to get me off.
Okay, I get you.
Right.
Yes.
So containers, I leave it up to the individuals to do their own research and plant in what they feel is safe for their food and for their consumption. That's not something that I'm qualified to give advice on.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. That is good. JD?
Yeah, on the sweet potatoes. Well, my top crop is sweet potato, and I have it on the ground. But now I'm realizing, up to this morning, very early this morning, I was watching some information where they do it in plastic bags. There's a construction garbage bag that you could plant your potato in. and you could reach up to about 50 pounds per bag. So I'm going to share. I'm
Yes.
going to send that
And
thing to you.
they
Even
can
if
be planted in the feed bags and the rice bags as
right,
well.
right,
Those
yes,
those
even
bags are
yeah,
considered safe to
right.
plant food in. So yeah, they can be planted in those.
I've seen where they even plant sweet potatoes in laundry baskets, and they did very well.
Yes.
So I could send you that. I will send you that information as to what they use to they using three basic ingredients. So I was going to send that to you.
Have you
Sure.
have you have you had any discussions with your Ministry for Agriculture or your extension officer in your area? Did anybody come and look to see what you're doing and realize what you're doing?
No, I have been asked by several supporters, how have they not discovered you yet? No, I have not. I've not spoken to anyone in the government yet. No.
Well, I promise you one thing. After you speak to us, somebody's gonna come to you and say, "Hey, you need to speak to us now."
Okay.
But where's your husband this morning? How can he miss this? How can he miss this? He's
He
gone.
is here.
Oh,
He
he's
is here.
there.
Could you excuse me for a second? Let me get him.
Oh, sure, no problem.
All right.
You go right ahead, girl. It's Real
Sure.
FM 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfm. JD, you have a nice find this morning in terms of a wonderful lady this morning.
I'll look for the best, you know.
Oh, well, please.
I always look for the best. You know that. I don't look for
I'm liking this.
this one.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this container
Food
farm.
right. This is what I'm trying to preach on containers, because in this time that we are in, we are in serious trouble for and this backyard farming. This is what I'm preaching. This is my scripture.
Domestic. Let's change
No,
this.
no, that's not backyard.
Domestic.
Not domestic.
Domestic farming.
Domestic farming.
Yeah, that's what we need to have. Domestic farming. I just wish that we had greater laws as it relates to pre-delasting. Yeah, I just wish we had greater laws. Somebody saying, "Good morning, everyone. Thank God for health and strength. Happy Thursday." That's Maria Marcel. Good morning, Maria. I'm loving this one because I have to go find some some large containers. Well, Angel, yes, girl, you better. Yeah. Because Angel lives in an area where I don't think she has a lot of land.
No, you don't need
space.
You don't need. You could even though you don't have land, even in your, depending on where you live, your porch, your veranda, you could be growing stuff all day.
No, that ain't happening by me. No. So I barely have space to move.
You don't have veranda. See, I don't have veranda.
Well, I don't have that.
Well,
so
just say that.
Have space to move.
Just say it can't happen by you. Just say I don't know.
That it can't happen by me. That ain't happening by me at all. It could be that girl nowadays could barely walk on it.
If rain fall, you could rain around. You could put it with. If rain didn't fall, you could play around there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that could happen. I mean, I could water that.
Probably the hose.
But I'm liking this. I think it's something. I mean, she's growing mango in trees.
Yeah.
I have to ask her about that when she gets back. About the mangoes. How do you grow mangoes in trees? In containers.
It could. No, yes, it is. I've seen it. And one of the best things.
And I remember, as we speak this, I remember Zozu and Twine from down Samaritan area down there, and Zozu is one who told me that if you plant something in a container, after a while, the plant is going to recognize that I'm in a container, and then it's going to do so and grow, to suit the container, to suit the environment. If you might want to move to your right a bit. Yes, Marie, go to your right. Move your chair to your right a bit so that we can have right. That's great here. And now your husband can move towards you a bit so we can have a wonderful. Right. That's not bad. That's good. The sun has given him a nice hue there. He looks rather handsome. Good morning, good sir. How are you doing?
Morning. Good morning.
All right. What's your name?
Steve. I am Steve from Farming on the Rocks.
Steve farming on the rock. Now, Steve, I mean, we've heard from your lovely wife there, and of course, we are in Grenada. Have you ever been to Grenada?
No, no, we've not.
You've never been to
Yes.
Grenada. So Steve, tell us,
Uh-huh.
we've heard from Marie, but let's hear from you. How
Uh-huh.
challenging is it for you farming on the rocks?
It's rocks. So it
Yeah.
comes with a bit of challenge, but we have to overcome.
Tell him the
Uh,
challenges.
Getting soil, purchasing containers, constant watering because these rocks pull the heat from the sun. So we have
oh.
to water like 2 and 3 times per day to keep the plants alive,
Mm.
fresh. So it comes with a lot of challenge.
It comes with a lot of challenge. Would you say it is something? Would you say it is something that you would encourage other people to do? Maybe not just people in Jamaica, but people who are listening here in Grenada. Would it be something that you would encourage them to get involved in?
I would encourage everyone to do container farming. It is much easier based on my little experience as it relates to farming.
Mhm.
Farming in the soil, you have more weeds to contend with. To avoid the constant bending and weeding of the grass and the shrubs and stuff like that, it's
Mm.
best if you could plant in containers. And I think planting in containers give you a better results because we don't use fertilizer, but the manure and stuff, the
Mhm.
containers hold it better, the plants produce better, and it reacts better in the container because everything is there that feeds plants. Nothing goes to the ground. Everything is in that container and feeds the plant right there.
How do you do mango trees in containers?
No, the mango tree is in the ground, is in the
Oh,
rocks.
it's in the rocks. I was thinking
Okay,
that mangoes in containers. What's the biggest tree you grow in the containers?
banana trees and it produce.
Banana tree.
Yeah, banana trees are in containers and they produce.
You mean like regular banana trees, or you have a special banana
The
tree
regular big banana
Regular
trees.
banana, regular banana tree.
and it grows in a container?
It
Yes.
grows to maturity, produce about um
Huge bunches,
about
eight,
eight,
nine.
nine hands of
I'll
banana.
send you a link to one of the videos where we harvested some bananas.
That's it. That's lovely. That's great to hear. But because one would think what you're hearing about. I'm hearing about container farming for the first time, literally. I mean, I know I
Really?
yeah, for the first time. I've seen people do tires in the ground and stuff like that, but I've never heard of somebody farming on the rocks. This one is original. This one is really, really original. Farming on the rocks and farming in containers. I've never really heard of
We've never seen it before us
to be
either.
honest, to be
it.
honest, I would say it was an experiment. It was an experiment for us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we just started 2 containers, not expecting to reach this magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
Planted in a tire, planted in a old bathtub, and
Mm-hmm.
it produced well. And so we decided, okay, then let us try other things that we use at home because all of this is what we use at home. Peppers, scallion, thyme, stuff that we use in our kitchen. And so it motivates us when you plant in one container, you see how well it does, it motivates you to do another and another. And so yeah, with Marie with Marie it take over half of the space that
Yeah.
the land that we're on right here.
If you were to give a quick number, how many containers would you think that you have on the space right now?
We
Okay.
can't
All right.
count.
If we could give a quick number, we're looking
Yeah.
at about 250.
Uh,
Oh.
About 250. or more.
No, it's about 500 because just that
I love
is
that. I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's true.
a lot.
It's a lot of containers. We have tires, half a drums, flower pots, planting bags, a lot of containers, a lot.
But
And
I
for
can
these containers, all of these containers, as it is at this time, we purchase soil for them.
But I tell you something, and this is very interesting. I we have a lady who is always online with us every morning. As a matter of fact, she owns she has her own hairdressing salon in the city, but she listens to the program. She lives in the Grand Dance area, and she's saying here, I am already seeking containers from
Ah,
listening to you guys this morning. She
bless
says
her.
she is already seeking containers. She does a little bit of seasoning and she wants to extend. So already, you see, already you've affected one family, and that is what is
Yes.
important. Steve
I
and Maria.
always say I do the videos, and if it's one person who takes something from it, then
Mhm.
it is worth it. I
So
tell
true.
you what, here in Jamaica, we plant in machine containers. And when we just started collecting
Explain what is machine container.
washing machine containers, that's the inner
Oh,
drum of
yeah.
washing machines. And
Okay.
so we used to see it everywhere on the street, like everywhere on the street. And since we started the channel and we tell people that we're planted, we can't find any. There is none on the street. So
Yeah,
people are planting. We're not mad because that's the reason why we do the channel. We want people to plant their own food because it is so rewarding. The experience is so therapeutic, and I, what I experience, I want other persons to experience that same joy of planting their own food.
Mary, the beauty about the washing machine, the inner part, they already have holes in them, so you don't have
Yes,
you
Yeah.
get perfect
yes,
drainage.
they're proper
Yeah,
drainage.
you get proper drainage.
You having me thinking about going to the garbage dump now, looking for washing machines and thinking how I can
No,
get the drums
that's a
out.
very dangerous place to venture.
Oh, it
The
is.
garbage dump.
No,
There are persons there who
that's their
takes
livelihood.
care of that. We can't venture there at all.
No, well, no,
That's
I'm
their
not
livelihood.
visiting to go. I'm not visiting to go inside. I'm visiting to say, guys, can you organize some of these drums for me? Because there are
Oh,
people
okay.
who
Oh,
work there.
No, I've
I'm not
never
going to go
tried that.
inside. I'm not going to go
oh,
inside. Are you crazy? I'll probably be dead before I come out.
that's a good idea though.
Yeah, but it's interesting. This thing is it's so revealing. You know, somebody else is saying, "Hey, it's an awesome idea," because and I'm guessing I'm not guessing. I'm realizing now that people are listening, and people who do not necessarily have land, they're thinking about, "Hey, I can do this. I can."
Yes.
Because there's some people here who plant in flower pots, normal small flower pots,
Mm-hmm.
but they're seeing this now and thinking, but hold on, I can do plastic. I have a couple of spots around my home that I can do that. You know,
Yes. Yes.
so somebody's saying I'm having problems with bending down, especially with weeding. So that is an excellent
Yeah.
idea. So you see, oh,
Right.
there you go, there you go. So you
Right.
are affecting lives in Grenada. So when you go out today, Steve and Marie, you can say, look, I affected some lives in Grenada this morning, and you can walk with your chest up
Bless
and
you.
And
feel
we do
proud of.
appreciate it. We do appreciate it.
And we appreciate you having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I know you don't got much time again. I know you got to run out now.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Well,
We could have
nonetheless,
you back and we could have you back another time, but because I know you have a lot of knowledge, so you could give us like a in-depth, um, a in-depth crop growing, especially the grapes. And so yeah, so we will have you back once you're available. We'll have you back maybe for another half an hour.
Absolutely.
Not a
Steve,
problem.
Absolutely.
Not a
Steve,
problem.
my thing is for you, Steve, that grape thing. Next time you back here, you have to tell me more about that grapes because I figured I want to plant some of that grapes.
The grape?
Yeah, I want to
Oh,
plant that. So I give Steve that responsibility
No,
to tell me everything that I have to
not
do.
Steve, not Steve. Mary's the one who does the.
No, Steve is
no,
my
see,
resident.
he helps.
Steve is my
He can
resident.
handle it.
You can
Okay.
have it.
Um,
Yes.
the young lady who once was seeking the barrels, Marie and Steve, she's asking here, what is your page? What does she look for on YouTube?
Farming
Farming on the rocks. That's
Farming.
farming on the rocks.
All right.
How many videos you have posted?
Pardon?
How many videos you have posted so far?
Over 3,000.
Wow, wonderful. Quite a lot.
Yes.
You'll get
I
a
post a
lot
video
of...
every single day.
Okay. Finally, before you go, I know you plan by the moon, right?
Pardon?
Do you plan by the moon first?
Yes, I do. And that is kudos to him. He was the one who encouraged me to plant by the moon phases. So I can't take credit for that.
Okay. So
I was so stubborn.
Right.
And some of the things just won't, they just won't produce. And he said, why not just plant by the moon? And I eventually listened. I don't listen to him enough. I eventually listened, and they are doing phenomenal now. So yes, I religiously plant by the moon now.
See, you must listen to the head of the house.
Now you understand why men are the bosses. Yeah. Steve, don't tell her I said that, right? Just don't tell her I said that. Okay, here is a question coming from a gentleman, and he's asking, how do they handle the suckers from the bananas? How do you handle
Okay, so I took advice from my father, and he said that once you plant the adult plant, do not disturb the suckers until it produces fruit. So after the plant produces its first banana, then you can sever the suckers from the main plant and plant elsewhere. But until then, do not remove the suckers. He said that it takes from the plant and it affects the production. So allow the mother plant to produce first and then remove the suckers and plant elsewhere.
All right. Well, Marie and Steve, thank you guys so very much.
You are most welcome.
I'm looking for Steve the Grapes. I'm looking forward to the grapes. You have to tell me about the grapes next time you come on. JD, you want to say goodbye to them?
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on. And as I said, we'll have you back again.
You're most welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for having Farming on the Rocks.
Farming on the Rocks. All right, take care. Wonderful. Have a good day.
Yeah. All right.
To you.
All right then. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Stay with us. We've got a commercial break. Just
ahead. Boy?
Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound when make freedom ring. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound when make freedom ring. Shaman chant the blues, farmer hymn the rain. Mama shares her wisdom, youths them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Not making the rhythm, cocoa in the bass. Real FM hold the mirror to the spice all face. Real up the truth selector, let the people speak. 91.9, no weak heart, no me. From Carriacou shores to the crater lake deep. Real expression loud and the nation loves. Lyrics are a temple, the DJ is the priest. Every song a sermon, every word released. No censorship, no chains, just the soul laid bare. Grenada's heartbeat pulsing through the FM air. When the storm take the island, the signal still repair. Real FM 91.9, the sound of prayer. Real expression, real vibration. 91.9, the soul of the nation. Keep the frequency alive, no hesitation. Grenada voice rise.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Sunday, April 19, all roads lead to Progress Park in St. Andrew as Cash Frenzy presents Rides and Rolls. You can win 2 Suzuki Ignis, 2 cars, and $50,000 rolls of cash. Your ticket $60 for one, $100 for two. Bingo time 5 p.m. So get there early. Your DJs, DJ Taz, DJ John Boy, and hosted by Shortleg. All taking place at Progress Park in St. Andrew. $50,000 cash and 2 Suzuki Ignis. Sunday, April 19th. Progress Park in St. Andrew. Come win yourself some cash and drive in fine style.
It's my best friend.
So fast pay, on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
The St. Andrew Catholic Men's League invites you to their annual fundraiser on Friday, April 24th at the Grenville RC School grounds. On the spot, Money Bingo begins at 8 p.m. Tickets are $10 and payable on arrival. Bingo jackpot for the evening would be $1,000. Takeaway barbecue from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Choose from chicken, fish, or pork. Barbecue tickets are $15. Music by DJ Eric from 8 p.m. until midnight. Proceeds go towards a charity. You don't want to miss this.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited is celebrating 15 years of its Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. Join us on the Sister Isle of Carriacou on April 19th from the Alexis Food Stores at 3:30 p.m. and mainland Grenada on May 3rd from the SSU Camp in Point Salines at 3:30 p.m. as we celebrate 15 years of saying yes to family, fitness, and fun. Register now. Get ready to pump it up with us. Individual packages are $25 and groups of 3 or more are $20 per package while stocks last. All proceeds will go to the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. For more information, visit our website at grenadacoopbank.com or any of our retail banking units.
to Scorpions then your trouble should end. Eat and drink and ease your problem. Don't worry about them. When you come down, come with our friend. We jamming again. This is the anthem of Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Man grab a gal. Gal grab a man. Scorpions Den. That is the plan. Queen Sky, yes, she's the hostess. Blessing us with the most, yes. Keeping good vibes the closest. We just trust in your process. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Scorpions Den. Come down to Queen Sky, Scorpions Den. In my day, St. Patrick. We hope to see you soon.
Real expression on 919 Real FM. Unfiltered truth, cultural. This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting vine in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feed and all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We'll grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, Agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul, we strong like lava. On the air, our stories thrive. Agriculture.
This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. JD, good morning to you again, my brother. How you doing?
Very good morning again.
Well, let me just tell you, you topped the top this morning. You topped the top. I love this.
You love the program?
Yeah.
So between she and the other one I had before,
Which one? The Trini?
no, the Jamaican.
Oh, the Trini? Oh, yeah, they're nice, but I like this.
Yeah, you like this one?
This one. This
Okay.
one, and the fact that it has drawn the interest of quite a number of people on the line online this morning. That one was good. That one was really, really good.
That was good.
Yeah. He's a person. Good morning to you. He's a person who says, wonderful program, very inspiring to start. Yeah. She's inspired to start that kind of farming.
But they have to keep listening to the program because that's what we will be doing, especially the home garden, that sort of a thing. So,
Home garden,
Yeah,
domestic. Man, get the big name now.
home
Domestic
gardening,
garden, home garden. All this is backyard
not
garden.
backyard home gardening.
Domestic farming.
And then in this time that we are in now, we have to, every household should be paying a lot of attention to that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I start to pay attention, I know about people, Anyway, let's welcome our guests this morning. We have to call them guests because they stop past, so we have to call them guests. I usually call them co-hosts. but but I have to call them guests this morning. Yeah, that's what I have to do. That is rather interesting. Let's say good morning to Dr. Entwine and to what's his name again? Dalton. Dalton and Dr. Entwine. Good morning to both of you. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Andrew. Doing better this morning.
What's wrong with your voice? You didn't leave with that voice.
I've been battling a cold for the last few days. Yeah.
And
I'm getting over it with some traditional remedies, which is very effective, really.
what are the traditional remedies you're listening to?
Grenadian bush.
I was just going to say not taking your own medicine.
Yeah, I think Grenadian bush will always be extracted.
Well, JD, when I was having a fight to the cold, JD gave me, was it garlic and
garlic with ginger and
garlic
honey.
with ginger and
Honey.
Onions, yeah.
And onions?
Yes,
Did you put onions
I think
in
it, yeah, it's with onion, yeah.
Yeah, and that
One shot, yeah.
got me back.
One shot.
Yeah, it got me back and doing well.
Okay. So. The cold didn't have them catch you fully.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, you see,
it just started.
Because I'd given it the first thing I always do whenever I feel the flu coming on, I give it a Kenny Lyles thing.
Which is?
Boy.
Can't say that on the radio.
I could, yeah. But I'm
you're not privileged.
No, I'm privileged. He doesn't mind. But I'm saying to folks, don't do it. Alright? I am saying to folks, don't do it.
Then don't say it.
No, I'm saying it, but I'm making sure I say to them, don't do it. Don't do this at home. Don't do it at work. Don't do it anywhere.
Don't say it.
Here's what Kenny does. And I started to do it. And it works for me.
Okay.
Multi-symptoms? Panadol multi-symptoms? So you know you're supposed to take 2, right? Kenny takes 4 or maybe 6. It knocks you out. But when you get up, it's like, what was I doing again? Let me just get back to what I was doing. The cold is gone. But I'm saying to folks, don't try that at home.
I know. Yeah. Same thing applies to aspirin. So.
Yeah, don't try that at home because what literally is an overdose. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So don't try that at home. It works for me. It really does work for me. So, Doc at Dalton, good morning to you.
Pleasant good morning, Mr. Donald.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, I was out of the island for
the
past 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
The doc saying I was out for too long. But I had other commitments in St. Vincent that I was attending to.
Okay.
And
how's your daughter?
She's improving.
Okay.
The last time I went back to the doctor, she would have to go back to the doctor every month and do over tests. And the last test was very, very promising. And then the doctor would have prescribed her own medicine, which is the jojoba.
Oh, she prescribed that?
Yeah.
The doctor prescribed that?
And I get the result. That was the tea. I did start doing the pills, the tablets, the capsules. And when I got the result from the lab with the capsules, gave it to the doctor. And when she saw the result, she was so excited. So she prescribed 2 of those capsules per day for my daughter. And so next doctor's appointment, we would see now the test, how the improvement and what, the position.
Well, all the best.
Yeah.
That one. Doc, you are out too, are you?
Yes, I've been out for a little while.
How long is a little while? Qualified, that stage.
Couple weeks.
Oh, that's
too long.
It sounds more like months.
Well, besides that, I've been doing we had a number of glitches that we had to take care of in terms of the operations in the factory.
How's it?
We've overcome it now, which kind of freed me up to be able to
come this morning.
Pay a visit to my dear friend.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I was like, what? Like, Doc really give up on me?
No. I've tried contacting you sometime in early February. a few phone calls, a few messages, but I didn't get a response from it. Yeah.
I was having some challenges with my phone around that time too.
I wouldn't know.
So so that could have been the issue.
And then since then, I got exceptionally busy trying to stay on top of things once things got back into groove. So that's where we're at this point. Just churning along, So here we are. So
great.
thanks for having us this morning.
Well, no, thank you for coming.
Thanks for the program this morning.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, that program, you listened a bit, didn't you?
I heard parts of it, yes. Dalton would have heard more of it.
Dalton, what do you think about it?
It's wonderful. I mean, it's inspiring in terms of how we could be self-sustaining our food supply. We really need to be independent in terms of producing our own food.
Yeah. Well, it was JD's idea. It's his thing to get, I don't know how he does it, but he gets people from Jamaica, people from Trinidad, people from Zambia. Zambia. I don't know how he does
I listened. Whilst I was in St. Vincent, I did listen to.
I don't know how he does it, but he gets people to come in on the program. It's nice to have this lady. This one, to me, this one was the creme de la creme so far. This one, because I am really, really thrilled with the fact that they have absolutely no soil, Doc. Where they live, absolutely no soil. And they're doing...
That's in Jamaica, right?
In Jamaica. They're doing buckets and containers and everything they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's good. And what is important, well, amazing more than important is that they do all of this and they don't sell.
They don't sell the produce?
No.
They for personal consumption?
Personal and friends and families and whatever around them, they give it away.
Self-sustainable.
So they have a communal garden.
Something like that. Yeah, you're correct, Doctor. Yes. A communal garden they use. And that is so very interesting. Yeah, I really, really love this one this morning. You take the cake with this one, yeah. And Doc, I've started to set up my thing. He visits. I have my raised beds. And I have tires and so on that I'm setting up.
The question of tires, but go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm curious about tires and plastic. And I know the containers, the plastic containers lady referred to.
But yeah, tell us.
One of the major problems, global problem, is the issue of the presence of plastic material in every human being.
Microplastics.
Nano-level plastics. And we are yet to understand the long-term health benefits or effects of those on our system.
By the time they find it out, I already there. So
but that too is true. By the time they'll find a way to eliminate it from our system, right?
Yeah,
that's an idea.
I understand.
So tire, I think, is a bit extremely useful in terms of helping to prevent slides and soil erosion. Because some people use it to support the banks and so embankments. But in terms of use for production of food crops, I'm not quite certain about that.
But what about if we use it to produce things like, if I plant a fruit tree?
Well, maybe, but my concern is one of leaching of the components, into the soil. That's my biggest concern.
On that matter, I did a lot of research on it. And then they couldn't come up with neither, here or there. So that's
it's an undecided question.
Yeah,
it's an
undecided question. They could never came up. Well, another thing that could be done, you could line the tires with with fabric.
Okay.
Yeah, you could line the tires.
Yeah, but that doesn't prevent the leaching into the soil, though, because I know they use tires to help build roads. They chop it up into small pieces.
As you know, with they burning it and they make it very, they burn it. I don't know how they do it. They get it into a liquid form, and they do a lot of things for the roads. I don't know how they do it.
It's bitumen, basically.
That's what it is. Yeah. So they just attempting to bring it back to its raw state.
Yeah. But indeed, the general principle, though, of using anything possible for containing or putting plants or food products for growth is a good principle.
That's a good one.
Choice of material is based on what's available, I guess, in many cases.
Availability determines.
Yes, and then, of course, cost.
As I said, necessity knows no law.
Right, and so cost factor might be another factor. But At the end of the day, the idea of being able to produce food crops, in pots and pans and drums and cut drums and other things of the sort, is a good principle because it helps to provide that self-sustainability necessary in terms of food and good quality nutrition, of course. And at the same time, it demonstrates some resilience, some innovation, on our part, which helps to reduce our dependence on imported foods for the most part. Because if I'm correct, I think a significant percentage of our basic food crops like carrots and mushrooms and broccoli and so are being imported, and kale, and those are things we can produce here for ourselves. Question is, why don't we? And the answer seems to be in the answer that the lady gave us this morning: failure to innovate.
Yeah.
Failure to innovate. We just do things. Well, not all of us, but too many of us do things because we see somebody else doing it.
Yeah.
Right. So I see Andre succeeding at producing watermelons. I produce watermelons too. I see Dalton succeeding at producing pumpkins, so I produce pumpkins too. And JD producing corn, so I produce corn too. And nobody said, okay, let me try some mushrooms, for example.
Yeah.
Or let me try some arrowroot, or let me try some ginger. Let me just
Ginger,
specialize.
yeah.
In other words, we do not have ginger farmers, for example, or we do not have corn farmers, or we do not have peas farmers, because everybody doing everything, as opposed to specializing in a particular area. So out there you have soybean farmers, you have corn farmers, you have wheat farmers, you have rice farmers, because they specialize in those areas. And the advantage to that is the fact that they acquire additional hands-on experience and knowledge in the production of that particular crop, which enables them to solve problems as they go along. Of course, when the problems become too technical and too difficult, they depend on scientific information for that.
All right, so then the big question from me to three of you is simply this: do you believe that because we do not have the guidance or guidance it is coming from government in relation to the farming? So, for instance, it didn't before, and maybe the government could have used it to do it now, but they got rid of it, i.e. marketing board. Marketing board entered into an arrangement with you for gingers and with you for cauliflower and you for potatoes. So at least we have farmers dealing with one particular product, and that can be based on the part of the country that you live, having studies done. Same marketing board can know, okay, sauce-up is going to do better in Rose Hill as opposed to River Sally, and potatoes will do really well in Mount Rose as opposed to Hermitage. So marketing board is coming to you and say, hey, you live here, our studies is showing us this, we want you to plant potatoes.
That could be a great approach to dealing with the issue of crop specialization. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't consider the tradition of intercropping, because intercropping has some significant historical and scientific benefits. Scientific benefits. But in terms of specializing or being a specialist in a particular crop is important. Let me add to that. One of the problems we have is significant quantity of wastage, loss of produce on a yearly basis, which shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen because we don't have a means or mechanisms in place to make use of the excess produce. So that, for example, a farmer goes out to sell his produce, he may not be able to sell all of it. But what remains, what he does with it? A lot of it spoils on his hands, as opposed to being able to process it. So here is where the processing value.
Yeah, but then the farmer should not be going out to sell his produce anyway.
Well, that's part of it. But here is where marketing board failed in its mission. The marketing board originally was designed to ensure it provides a ready market for farmers' produce. And that ready market is
one of the problems, and I'll be straight up with you, that one of the problems, and this too, I believe, helped kill marketing board. I have seen walking down Young Street from Church Street, and I have to skip people who are selling right there on the sidewalk, selling the same vegetables, selling the same grown provisions that marketing board has inside of there, and they're selling it right on the sidewalk there. And the authorities did nothing. They did nothing. Marketing board did not even have the guts to say, hey, you can't sell here. And that is where the problem is. I believe that, I'm not going to say it is greed, but mismanagement inside of the mind of the farmer, not realizing that, okay, fine, if I plant the potatoes and I can get $5 a pound for the potatoes and I sell it off the marketing board, I can go on and do something else. If marketing board sell it and get $8 a pound, that's a business. At least they have to make a profit on what they sell. But no, the farmer, marketing board give me $5 and they sell it for $10 a pound. Come on. It's mismanagement in the farmer's mind, JD.
You know what amazes me? I'll talk about these people selling on the side. So you pass there around 2 o'clock. On the amount of stuff they have that remain that unsold.
Okay.
What do they do with it? I mean, I pass and I see them.
They go with it and come back with it tomorrow?
No, they don't have they come back on Saturday. It's most like a Friday.
But no, they're in front of marketing board selling every day.
Not all times.
But I'm talking in the city. Yeah, I used to see them all the time.
But it amazes me when the amount of things that they have at the end of the day unsold. It's something else.
You know, I want to comment.
Yeah. As it relates to Grenada and the farming situation now, I think farmers has become more speculators. So that is why you see JD plant a philomelon in Dolwell, a farmer jumped on planting it as well. And yes, Grenada have a culture of multi-crops and not one crop. Unlike in St. Vincent, and I always like to compare St. Vincent sometimes with Grenada. In St. Vincent, there is areas that only grow ginger. The whole community, like Green Hill, them places, they grow only ginger. You go to Greg's. Greg's would only grow Dashin and Edos, mainly. And you go somewhere else and they only pineapple. Everybody they growing pineapple. And you don't have a marketing board in St. Vincent, but you have large vessels with a lot of hucksters going to Barbados every Monday. And when you look at those large vessels being loaded up with bags of ginger, bags of Edos, bags of Dashin, and they would buy from the farmer. I was speaking to a farmer in Greg's the other day, and she told me, she said, right now, she wants to sell Dashin because Dashin is only $48 a bag. And when you talk about a bag of Dashin, over 100 and something pounds in that bag. But she's doing well with Edos because the Edos now go up to $200 per bag. And those is 100 and plus pounds in the bag. And then the sweet potato gone scarce and it's fetching a high price. And the hucksters bought it. Who going to Barbados go to Barbados. Who going up north like the US Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands go to up that side, who going down to Trinidad.
Yeah, even Trinidad, yeah.
And they export. They have that export market and that network. So the farmers could rely on selling to they don't have to come in the market, and they still have people that would come to the market on a Saturday and a Friday. So that market is really established. But we're still speculating and here in Grenada at this moment, because after the death of practically death of the spice industry, farmers start to speculate in planting this crop, cutting down the cocoa to plant that, and hoping that they earn something, but the market might be saturated at that particular time. So those are the challenges, and the period of speculation may phase out, and then farmers would start. It's a cycle, and we are at that
mismanagement in the mind of the farmers, because the farmers believe that, hey, me that walk, me that go in the sun, and the farmer doesn't understand that, hey, this thing is a business. I may take it from here and bring it to St. Vincent, or let's go Carriacou to sell.
Mm.
But I have to pay transportation cost from you, the farmer, to get to the port. From the port to the next port that I'm going, transportation cost. And still, I have to pay when I get to the other port to get it to the market or have it ready for the consumer over there. So that's another cost. And farmers are not seeing that. What they see, hey, you buy me fig here for $2 a pound and you're going to business and you're selling it $20 a pound. Well, God bless me, I am taking the risk. Sometimes when I get to St. Vincent, the thing ripen. That is a risk and that is a loss that I have to take. But the farmers, and again, I blame the authorities. We are not educating our farmers enough. The Ministry for Agriculture believes that, hey, give them a spade, give them a fork, give them a hoe, and everything is done. No. You have to continue. The how you call them? The extension officers. These people are supposed to be in the minds of the farmer when you're talking to the farmer, because you're the one talking to the farmer. You have to explain to the farmer what is happening so that he or she understands that you are not being robbed. You have to know. Myself and Tony Anthony Telesford, he used to be here with me when we were up at the top of there. And we sat down one morning and we worked out that a glass of grapefruit juice or orange juice or gospel juice, it would cost about 45 cents to produce one glass. Yeah. However, when you go to parlor, restaurant, whatever, you are being charged $5 for a glass of orange, gospel, or grapefruit juice.
Just drink.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
yes, because by then water would have been
added. We calculate juice
Yes.
drink. Yeah. So we calculated the water, the sugar, the time,
the fruit itself,
the fruit, everything, and it costs 45 cents to produce one glass of juice drink. However, that same restaurant sells it for $5 a glass.
Half price.
Why do you think that's the case? They took the risk.
No, that is not risk.
Yes.
That's 45 cents.
No, hold on. They took the risk of procuring the material, the product, putting it together, okay, which is going to cost them several factors, like the material, power, labor.
45 cents. 45 cents.
And then they still have to put, it on the shelf or have it there ready for you. And shelf space has to cost. But the point I want to really make, the point I want to get back to, you're right. The point I want to get back to is you're amplifying the value of value adding. That's what you're actually saying, right? Value adding has value to it, and that's why it's called value adding. And precisely for that reason, why we as a people should seek to add greater value to the raw produce we have there. But the point I wanted to make earlier was in relationship to your observation as regards the people selling on the roadside.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bear in mind that a lot of our people eke out a living by doing just that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The question is, why do they have to do it? Why do they do it? If we could answer that question, it will help us, because the issue of employment is a major problem facing most of the Caribbean territories. Yeah? And so everybody has to eat and drink. In order to do that, you'd find ways and means to catch a penny here, catch $1 there, or catch $5 there. And so to a great extent, what we observe along the streets is people eking out a living, trying to survive and find ways and means of surviving. In fact, many of them literally do it in order to support their children or grandchildren going to school. So I don't blame them for doing what they do. But your point about national guidance as to what we produce, where we produce it, how we make best use of the produce, are issues that should be addressed by the state. And that's where the guidance you're talking about should come from. And nothing is wrong. In fact, it is incumbent on any government to ensure that more and more agricultural activity occurs, because at the end of the day, you must eat and you must drink. Okay, a military can't fight on a hungry belly, you know. And so that's why many of these mighty powers make sure that they have a good supply of food, well preserved for the military in the field. Why is it we are not able to preserve the excess produce from our farmers to ensure that when Beryl strikes or when Ivan struck, we have food in excess of 3, 4, 5, 6 months to ensure that 100,000 persons get a proper meal every day? We could do it. But again, the absence of that national guidance that says, okay, we expect 100 pounds of Tanya's being produced this month. Next month, we expect 100 pounds of potatoes being produced. But our population only uses, let's suppose, 50, 60, 70% of it. What happens to the other 30%? And that's a question that needs to be addressed in a serious way, because that's where the value adding will actually occur. And it's important because how do you develop a society when you have so much wastage? Wastage is tantamount to what I may describe as criminal activity, if you ask me. Because there's no reason why our farmer should labor to produce 100 pounds of anything, and then he could only sell 60, 70% of it. And the other 30% he has to throw it away or just give it away. But it costs him money to produce it. So here is where we have to, in a serious way, put together a plan that states clearly we have X amount of produce of A, B, and C every year or every month. We want to be able to capture that excess material, process it, and make a range of products, so that at the end of the day, we create additional employment, we add value to any excess material, and we provide a ready market to our farmers. And until we answer those questions in a serious and a genuine way, until then, we're not going anywhere. Let me just give an additional factor here. You know, these same people who go to sell in St. George's or wherever it is in Grenville, do you know how they struggle to get transportation? Because we don't have a national transportation service that guarantees you moving from St. Patrick's or Sauterres to SAS every morning on time. So you don't know what time to catch the bus, because we don't have a national bus service. And how do you build an economy when you do not have the lifeblood? The lifeblood of the economy has to be one of transportation, you know, where people can reliably depend on transportation being able to haul them or their produce from A to B within a certain time and on time. Students get to school on time because they could depend on getting a bus. They go at 7 o'clock, 7:15, the bus is there, and they get to school 7:30. We don't have that national transportation service. And so as a society, the infrastructure necessary for growth and development and encouragement of our farmers and support for our farmers is lacking.
A product that does not depreciate in value is honey. However, you'll see people purchasing honey for $50, maybe even $60, and they turn around and they sell that same honey for $100 a bottle. And that to me is craziness. And Doctor debunked what you're talking about, the risk in relation to the juice. What risk they taking in relation to the sodas that they purchasing? What is the risk? And they're selling the juice and the soda for the same price?
Spoilage. Let me just say
soda can spoil?
But the juice that you buy could spoil, right? Except if you put a little Woodman essence in it.
Now we're talking.
That's why when I make my sorrel and ginger,
do you have Woodman essence, or just you're talking about Woodman itself? Well, you're talking. I was just saying it's got essence now. Finally,
it's an essence product.
Okay, I got
it. Flavors the product, doesn't it? But what it does, it adds that preservative factor to it that helps it to stay longer. So like people used to make sorrel and ginger Christmas in years gone by, and they always ensure that they put some of our cane juice, cane juice in it, you know, cane products in it, and that helped to preserve it for several more days, maybe weeks, you know. And so that's something we could apply. The concentration doesn't have to be too high for that purpose, but the long and short is, as a people, we need to be more adventurous in terms of taking the risk to get into enterprises, long-term enterprises, not short-term enterprises. But we also have to focus on making sure that we minimize the amount of wastage, agricultural produce waste we have, and that occurs on a too frequent a basis. And until we address that in a systematic way, until then we continue to struggle. And you're right. I think here is where the state need to step in urgently, in fact, and put together a program that focuses its attention on ways and means to absorb as much as possible the widest range of produce we have here from our farmers, so that at the end of the day, we could guarantee a couple of things. One, our people have nutritious food to eat on a daily basis. But more importantly, the value-added products, they represent long-term shelf life products that ultimately could bring in additional revenue to our people.
JD, have you ever thought about making juice and selling it?
Yes, but not in that form.
What form?
Honestly, not in that way. I'll do it more like of a health, like a shot, like a health produce.
Like a shot, like in a shot glass?
A shot bottle, yeah. So you get
Explain that.
Yeah, you're not going to not the regular juice you have like you go to a restaurant. But I'm looking at doing it in a little vial. So you get all the different they call it a shot.
Yeah, I know what you're calling a shot, but
yeah, so you get
I am thinking here because I know I bought there's a guy took me to a place on Nostrum. And he encouraged me to drink a thing in a glass, a shot glass. And he paid about $10 for the shot. I drank it, of course, but I didn't know what to do.
No, you gotta be consistent.
But I don't know what it was. I didn't know. He didn't tell me what it was.
Like, for instance, wheatgrass. A shot of wheatgrass could be about $10 US.
A shot of what?
Wheatgrass.
Weed?
Wheatgrass.
Oh, wheatgrass.
Not weed. Wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass, yeah.
And it's very nutritious. Very, very nutritious. When you go there, they do it for you on your other item. They do it on the spot. Fresh.
Yeah,
wheatgrass, yeah.
Okay.
It's a very
Somebody saying welcome back, Dalton, and they hoping that they will see our good friend BJ back someday.
Thank you. And I didn't say shout out to all the listening public. There's a few people in our poetry, Miss Meslin, Moosh, all these guys that listen constituently every Thursday. Arthur in conference, you know.
I've decided, and I had to tell Doc that privately, but Hazel Purcell says she has available wheatgrass.
In what form?
Well, she
grows it.
In what form? In what form, Hazel? Let us know. So what was I saying? I was saying
something about Doc.
Yeah, Doc.
Top secret.
No. It's not top secret. There are times when both of you out to the island, Doc, you can't make it for whatever reason. Yeah. There's this. The program is. Oh boy, we got news coming in 2 minutes, but we take news and we'll come back.
You didn't take your break today?
Yeah, we took a break, but anyway, it's interesting information. You guys need to send me information so that when you're not here,
so that when you respond to your messages, you don't understand.
I call it I'm not getting it.
A good man is hard to find.
Yeah.
A good man is hard to find. Don't you guys know that? Anyway, we've got the news coming up in a couple of ticks. And after the news, we're going to get into our final hour. Hazel is saying it's a powder or a vegan capsule.
Yeah, okay.
Hazel, should I get that? Is it, what do you say? It's nutrition? What's it for?
especially people with cancer.
Well, I don't
no, it's a very
I don't know if I have cancer.
Well, no, I'm just telling you, it's a very, and that is grown actually out of India. Very out of India. I had some. I bought it in once, and yeah, very very good product.
I think the primary factor there would be the high concentration of the phytonutrients, polyphenolic compounds.
Yeah,
that have a heart healthy benefit to them.
Well, I need some.
So
Hazel contacted me.
what got me interested? If you could do wheatgrass, then you could do corn grass. No.
Guys, we've got news. We come back to you after.
No, I was just talking.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. We'll have the details when we return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. I am your presenter, Peter Joseph. Grenada is taking another significant step toward modernizing its public transportation system, following high-level bilateral discussions aimed at advancing the country's electric bus initiative. The Grenada Transport Commission played a key role in the engagement between the government of Grenada and the People's Republic of China, as both sides explored practical pathways to transition the nation's transport sector toward cleaner, more sustainable energy solutions. In the region, in Jamaica, despite volatility in the global oil market, Jamaica's energy security remains intact. That's the assurance from Energy Minister Darrell Vaz at Jamaica House as he updated the nation on the Middle East war's financial impact on Petrojam. It is projected that if elevated prices persist up to June 2026, the government will face an $11.8 billion bill. Mr. Vaz noted that this cannot be sustained and therefore policies to restrict movement in the country may have to be considered as part of conservation measures. However, the minister said while oil prices are increasing, mechanisms are in place to protect the sector. He stressed that there is no need to panic.
Jamaica's energy security remains intact, supported by established finished product supply contracts and local refining capacity at Petrojam. So it's not a matter of not being able to buy, it's the price. So there's no need to panic. I saw some footage on social media yesterday in Guyana, I don't know if anybody saw it, that there's a shortage and a run on the gas stations down there, etc. Panic. We are not in that at all. We are very, very clear as to what we need to do to make sure that we have supply. It is a price and, of course, how we can work to minimize the increase on a weekly basis.
And in sports, in football, the Grenada Football Association has officially launched its Referee Academy, marking a new chapter in football development. The academy was launched on Wednesday, April 8, with the goal of elevating the quality of officiating across the sport. Officials say the program will train a new generation of referees, equipping them with the knowledge, discipline, and confidence needed to serve the game at a high level. The initiative reflects the association's continued commitment to strengthening all areas of football development in Grenada, both on and off the field. This ends the latest news update as produced by Triple N. Thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Life isn't one size fits all. Take me, for example. I like my suits well fitted. Getting a loan should feel like buying a suit. That's why financing at Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited is made to fit everyone. Introducing the Made to Fit loan, financing tailored to your needs. Get 100% financing to buy or build your home, purchase land, or get that brand new car. Plus, get up to $50,000 unsecured. And to make sure your loan fits, Co-op Bank is trimming your loan fees by 50% and covering 30% of your legal fees.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Don't adjust your life to fit a loan. Get a loan that fits your life. Visit us online or stop by any retail banking unit today. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home. Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive. Color by Sissons. Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors. Color by Sissons. Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression. Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500. And our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at Chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy.
Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $30 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana nutmeg feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We'll grow real, grow Grenada, part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul, we strong like lava. On the air, our stories thrive. Agriculture keeps us alive. Real FM, where the roots go deep. Agriculture Thursday, we sow and reap. This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located Main Street Stairs, right here in beautiful historical St. Patrick. Let me go to my main co-host this morning. What's up, JD?
They're good.
What,
You want to get some wheatgrass?
No, I ain't get yet.
You want to get some, I said?
You have?
No, I don't have.
But yeah, one. If you say it's good, then Doc, is it good?
Yeah, I think I've seen it before, but I don't know the details on its composition. But it's supposed to be phenolic rich.
Is it like wheat, the regular wheat?
It's the wheat itself, but it like scythe. You don't let it grow big, and you can have it in an early stage. You don't let it when it growing. You don't.
Okay. 1 second. There's somebody in line, and what's gonna happen is that for everybody to hear, I'm gonna do a bit of magic, but everybody will hear what the person has to say. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Andre Donner and BJ and the doctor and the guy. Little cutie and them father. See. Nice thing with the lady in Jamaica this morning. Very interested. I mean, the other station that was just on with the crap, they should have programs like that to educate people. It's not everybody that will listen to you, Andre, but it's a wonderful program. You know?
This call is
I
being
am saying
recorded.
this morning, a beautiful Jamaican woman, the woman that she was there listening, you know.
Yeah, she was, man.
I heard you say that.
I can't say
And
no.
I was a right
being
listener.
recorded.
I listen to your program every day, down to a Saturday to Sunday. I just listen. Even if I don't call in, I listen every day. There is station. We attend to. I listen every day. And it's a wonderful program. And I say, Because I planting in tire and in containers. Yesterday I gave a man $50.
Recorded.
He cut two big blue containers I have and put the soil. She says she growing shitting on rock. Because they don't have soil.
No, they don't have soil.
And she's growing it in containers, but I have soil. And we planting in tire and in big containers.
One of these days I
will take a picture and send for you. And that's where I get me little food. I only pray to God that these wicked people around here don't let go to come and eat me thing. You understand?
Yeah, I get you.
Because we are living here about a lot of stone. If I could get the stone removed, I could have a lot of vegetables. But I'm planting in tire. I had some pepper trees. One pepper tree for years I get in pepper on that pepper tree. One of the man there, they were coming with eat the grass and cut me pepper and I was so mad. I tell him don't come back.
Just so?
You understand? Yes. Because I don't want to buy. You get 6 pepper for $5. But every cook I wanna pick a 2 pepper on the tree. And he cut it and I tell him don't come back in me yard at all. I find. And he been cutting me thing for years. But I was warn them. Be careful what you do when you cut for you with it. Yeah. So I have a lot of plants. Cabbage, tomatoes, pop choy. But I have that on the potato and the ground itself. And I listen to the woman, you know. And if everybody do that, a lot of people as they eat grass in Grenada. If everybody put something. Because they have it in the market, Mr. Donald. You start to quail, you start to spoil, and they won't say, well, give me $1 and take that. They were not throw it in the garbage. So that's why I'm planting the thing. Right around my house. It's tires, and I cut them big barrel or they send thing for me from America. I put thing in it, and I plant in the middle of the thing. Good morning to Grenada and Carriacou and Petit Martin. Wonderful program.
Thank you very much, my darling. Thank you.
And I'm very good listener, but you will tell everybody in Grenada good morning. Because I don't know how to go online to say good morning. You will say good morning to Miss Cammy. I go, don't worry.
Can I tell you something, Cammy?
Tell me something good.
I love you, darling. I love you, love you, love you.
Miss son don't want to hear man say they love me. You know, the wife bad as yas in Grenada, know you. A man, one of them boss man, say that me woman and the man get ready, you know.
Cammy.
He said that man and they want to eat $2 you make him tongue, you know.
Anyway, girlfriend, you catch up. Take care. All right.
And DJ, I went up by DJ where he about the planting. Boy, we went up there Sunday. And as I read I know you have to go. The man I watching the place, they say Jocelyn, and he start promised me a planting. If you see planting, you have a nice crop day. Congratulations, Edwin. Have a blessed day, Grenada, and all your people on your panel.
Thank you.
Hear what that man said. He just choose the best. You do the best and you have two nice, beautiful children. One in agriculture too. And the other one there in the parliament. Yeah.
All right, darling. Take care of yourself. Great. Bye-bye.
Good morning.
All right. Thanks, Cammy. Nice to have Cammy chiming in there. But it's important that our news is spreading, right, guys? It's important to have a 1,000,001 people listening whenever we have a program.
Can I comment? Yeah, basically you're right. You want an audience, the larger audience, the better. Mm-hmm. In fact, there's Sister Lucy Joseph, who some time ago said to me, I listen to your program every week, you know. So yeah, so don't be afraid to say hello to Sister Lucy Joseph from Adelphi. And then you have Sister Joyce Wall from Telescope, who also, she just heard my voice. And she said, you Dr. Antoine? Just and I said, yes, I am. So good day to Sister Joyce Wall and Telescope, and to all of our regular listeners. But I've had feedback from quite a lot of people commenting on both the content of the program specifically. And it's good that you got a great reception, which is why I say in addition to social media, like you have the YouTube, the radio is still important, continues to play a major role because a lot of our farmers listen to the radio on the way to and from the field.
And in the field.
In the field, you know.
That's a company.
Yeah, so it's good that we continue that program and enhance the content and quality as we go along.
What's up with your spice, Doc?
Actually, we are having a spice meeting this evening.
Today?
Today is the third
wonderful.
Thursday in the month. Yes, and we've not had one since January, in part because in February one of our active members passed away, Mr. Forrester, Thomas Forrester from Parkley,
Okay, yeah.
and his funeral was on the same day our meeting was supposed to be. So our condolences to the family one more time. And then last March, we were supposed to have another session with our farmers. And by God, if there was not a rebellion on my hands, Mr. Antoine, it's intercall.
Forget that, you know.
Yeah.
Intercall and funeral.
Yes. So we had to cancel that one. So I decided, no, we need to have a meeting today.
Intercall funerals and a funeral includes a happy hour. So once you have that taking place, forget it.
Yeah, so that's part of the reasons, or two of the reasons why we didn't have the last two meetings. But we want to continue from here because at some point in time we expected Dr. Tessa Barry to do a presentation with
Something
us.
I'm really looking forward to, as you said.
But before you continue, I just want to express my condolences to her too, because she too had a couple of her brothers passed away within the last 12 months or 15 months or something like that. And so our condolences to her and her family there at Butch Grove.
Yeah, there's something that I have to raise, and it has to do with going back to our produce, and you speaking about the juice as we did this morning, and I am yet to see a could be a farmer, could be a local entrepreneur. I've yet to see that person go to major events that we have: Independence Celebration, carnivals, Intercall, that's 3 days, and other major celebrations. I've yet to see someone go and say, okay, fine, you know what? I am doing juices. and I'm doing whatever fruit is available at that particular point in time. Not imported in the canned stuff, but local juices, and have it at a competitive price. You can't price me out of the market and say, well, it's local thing you're getting, you feel like farting. No, have it at a competitive price. Because when you sell me a glass of juice, I have to be very careful who I walk it into. When I buy a Sprite,
that's the risk, part of the risk you take. Yes.
Yeah, when I buy a Sprite and I take a sip and I lock it, I could pelt it up for my friend in the top of the pavilion. You understand? So, but these days, you don't even have to, because these days, the bottles are available.
Yeah.
They sell the bottles, but then again, it comes with a bit of, you spoke of innovation this morning. Somebody spoke about that. Innovation. Don't do the people who do the bottles, because the bottles are blown, right? They're blown and they come in like very small and they're blown. Do a special design for the people who do the local products. Don't do a design just like the water bottle. Do something different. So when I say, hey, that's a local product, that's something local that I can purchase and drink. We have to get innovative, and again, it goes back to what I said. The guidance and the education is not there.
There's a lady in St. George who does a lot of local juices. What you were talking about, eh?
Where?
I can't remember exactly, and she has a brand. I met her once with a big cooler, and she has quite a large variety.
Actually, if you do the walk in St. George's, there are a number of guys who do local juice drinks. The only problem with those is that they don't have a significant shelf life, so they kept in ice.
That kind of time they go in and they community thing today, and they just sell and they coming back the same thing tomorrow. They do drain out the water and put more ice. That's all they're doing. No, you
and here's where the
I ain't talking that.
Yes, so you're talking about commercializing the process and production of those things. Yeah, packaging.
You see how you have these juice machines.
They're packaging.
Why don't you go with one of the juice machines?
Yeah, you could do that. There are a number of factors why, as a people, we are risk averse there, Andrew. We are afraid to take risk. If we want to do something today, hoping to make money out of it, we are afraid to do it because we're afraid we won't make money. Not only that, when we do it, we want money instantly.
That's the problem.
And that's a problem, a major problem.
That is a major problem,
we
my
fail
brother.
to understand and appreciate the fact that any enterprise you undergo requires a gestation period. And that gestation period is the period during which you develop your product, you help establish it in the market, you debug a number of the technical aspects involved in the production, marketing, etc. And then you expect down the road to improve your production and productivity so as to break even at some point in time, maybe 3 years. Some companies break even 2 years. Some even take 10 years. The question is, once you get into an enterprise, you have to stick with, but make sure it's something you really, truly want to do, so that you're going to stick with the product or the project until it gets to a stage of its climax. But too often we start a project and we don't see money 6 months, 12 months down the road, and we want to close shop and go home. It's like going to pitch marbles, and you find all of a sudden Dalton gets 6 of your marbles, and you don't like the idea. You grab all the marbles and then go home,
right? From this juice issue, right? There's a lady who sells juice almost every day in Grenville. If you're coming from the to go to the traffic light, she's parked the last vehicle or the first vehicle going back to the market. She does a real, and she don't use sugar. She uses cane juice to sweeten that her juice. You could get beet, you get ginger, you get a wide variety.
There are a number of restaurants that actually do juice drink,
She on the side or out in the open there.
Yeah.
Right? If you're coming from...
I'm familiar. Next to our Tobias's shop there.
Right in the corner there.
Opposite Blast.
You can't miss her.
Yeah. But also I'm aware that there are some restaurants like Kathy's Soul Food, for example. She does juices. Sorry?
You advertise.
Look, my apologies. Sorry, I take it back.
You could go ahead.
Yeah, somebody have to pay for it.
No, you see, I want them to do more.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So you can go. I'm only pulling your legs.
No, that's fine.
I want them to do more because these places, these are the places that we need. And I'm not saying that we don't need the sodas. I'm not saying that we don't need it. But I'm saying that we can place more emphasis
on the local juice drinks.
The local juice drinks.
Yeah.
And the people who do the local juice drinks, because you guys keep talking, this person does and that person does. And I've tasted a few, not necessarily from what you've done. And one, it's too sweet. And two, it's loaded with essence.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that too is something that they have to learn and they have to understand.
Yeah.
And if you want to do it, you can do some very sweet, some not so sweet, and some with no sweetener.
So you different colors of the cap. So you know this yellow cap, sweet, this red cap, semi-sweet.
And the green is good.
Yeah.
Great ahead. Yeah, but
packaging and shelf life.
Yeah. And not only that,
the plastics, the shelf life seems not to be extended to a very long time.
That's why refrigeration is used in most of the cases with the people who produce the local juice drinks, and that's fine. It's one means of food preservation. The question is, you could freeze it too. If you freeze it, then it get several months lifespan on it. So you sell 2 dozen of a particular drink every day, then you could take out from your freezer X number of bottles and you have it thawed out ready for your customer during that particular day. But long term, you have that supply in your freezer, and that's an additional cost factor that needs to be factored into your pricing.
Then again, not every bottle you're supposed to be freezing those stuff, eh? Not every bottle. you could freeze those stuff. Although people do it, but there's a code below some of the bottles, and it tells you exactly. I don't remember how it goes, but a lot of people just put liquid in and they freeze it, but it's bad. You have to know exactly if that bottle is good for freezing.
If you think that's bad, consider the fact that we buy cut sliced produce in the market.
There we go.
Hold on, in plastic bags, and by the time you finish, the plastic bag has the color of the watermelon, the pumpkin.
Oh, did you say watermelons?
Yeah, and that by its very nature is bad, you know. What it implies is there's some leaching of that plastic material.
Something taking place somewhere.
Yeah.
According to I have a guy who calls now. There's a fly in the milk. You have to realize that there is a fly in that milk. Something is wrong right there.
So the quality of the packaging material is of importance.
Yeah.
And here is where, for example, the Bureau of Standards, for example, ought to be able to recommend to our people when they see those things, look, use A, B, and C for X, Y, and Z, and avoid using N, Y, Z for A, whatever the case.
Don't use it.
Well, that's
avoid using and don't use it. Two different things.
All right. So
don't use it.
Yeah. Well, because I mean we use them because that's what's convenient to us. You know, again, the question of availability of the right packaging material, marketing,
and there's a challenge to it in stepping in. There's a challenge to with those producers in bringing in material for the packaging. Is a serious problem. There is legislation like now, no plastics, and certain material may resemble plastic, but it's not plastic, and a lot of them have challenge on the protein bringing it in it. You know, so getting that quality product and getting it into Grenada to do what it's supposed to do with it in terms of the packaging, it's a serious challenge. So I guess everybody going for the easy and the cheap way in most of the cases, which is not healthy sometimes.
Jay, have you ever been to Doc's Spice Farmers meeting?
No, never.
I think
do you produce spices, JD?
No, I don't produce spice. And on that spice talk,
JD produces neem. Neem is a spice.
Yeah, it's a oil sauce.
Oil sauce.
Yeah.
So you
essential
should go.
oils. Yeah.
I know I like attending those forums.
It's every third Thursday.
Every third
upper level.
Grenville. Okay. Yeah. No, I like to attend to.
Yeah. I know you like them. That's how.
I like to get information. But Doc, I think I asked that question before. In Asia, they don't cut the cinnamon tree. They go there. This is the tree. They cut on the back, and the tree stays there, and it goes back again.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that piece of knowledge. That's a practice in Asia, where they remove the bark of the tree from the tree itself, and they leave the tree standing, and the bark regrows itself. You know.
How long?
I don't know the details on the agronomy relating to that. That's something BJ would have been best able to answer for us. You know. But I know the processing fact aspect of it involves the question of removal of the bark, the drying of the bark, and even getting the bark rolled, right? And then they later cut it into specific sizes to fit whatever packaging or whatever the customer wants. And it's a labor-intensive process to get the bark properly rolled and cut to size for the industry. But that has its value because of the end of the day, yes, the farmer would have put in so much labor and inputs into his produce. But then the fact that he exports that product as raw material, bulk material, like we do for our nutmegs, means that 75 to 90% of the gross value of that end product remains in the society importing the produce, like our nutmegs, for example.
We still do nutmegs in Grenada? I don't hear about nutmegs anymore.
I'm glad you raised that point, Andrew, because the nutmeg and cocoa sectors are something that's bothering me. In terms of people walking away from those two sectors, literally farmers just no longer have that keen interest in farming nutmeg and cocoa. And I think in part because of the pricing of those produce in the first instance. And secondly, the fact that a lot of the trees got damaged in the last few hurricanes we had. And thirdly, there is not a serious rehabilitation program to encourage and support our farmers in times of disaster specifically, and even now during ordinary time. and at the same time, we're not regenerating new farmers' interest in producing those traditional crops. And that's a serious problem because down the road, if you were to project the trend from the late 70s to now, you would see that our industry has been declining, both in terms of value and in terms of volume, as well as number of farmers involved in the processes.
I met a farmer about 3 weeks after Hurricane Beryl in the Plains area, and he had suffered some damage in his plot of land. So I say, what happened? You're going and clean up and plan back? He say, you're correct on one. I says, which he says, I'm going and clean up. But I am planting one nutmeg or one cocoa tree again. So I'm like, well, he said, no, Andre. I'm going into vegetables and things. I don't have time for that. He said, because one, taking too long. By the time you're ready, I'm dead, and I know my children don't come in and do anything with it. So I'm going to go into vegetables. And again, you said it, the price the farmer gets for that produce is just
discouraging.
It's just so discouraging. And what happens is that while the farmer has to deal with the cost, the price dropping, the person who works in the office gets an increase from the same farmer.
Not only increase, holiday pay,
increase everything,
retirement,
duty-free concession to buy vehicle and everything like that.
Sad.
It is sad, and that is why I keep saying to people, all the senators for agriculture that are passing grain, that they're no good. They've done nothing for farmers. I was reading an article the other day. He's not a farmer, but he's a very popular guy throughout the world. Vivian Richards. Everybody knows who Vivian Richards is. Cricketer, yeah? He did not work per se for Antigua Barbuda, because Antigua is where he's come from. He didn't really work for the country, but he played cricket that brought the country up and the Caribbean up. And do you know that when one of the things that he got, and it may seem like a simple thing, but one of the things that he got when he retired from cricket is that Vivian Richards can bring in a new vehicle every 7 years, concessions, no 100% duties and everything. He just buys the vehicle come in, they don't charge. They don't charge him port charges, no port charges, no nothing. Buy the vehicle, cost of the vehicle, what you buy it over there, what it costs the ship, whatever, that's it. Every 7 years, he's allowed to bring in one. And I'm saying this to say that we have farmers who deserve certain things, maybe not a vehicle, but the implements, the inputs for agriculture. Man had to buy a thingy to spray. Yeah, they kind of one day put on your back to spray and thing. Cost him what? $350. And I'm not saying that he ain't supposed to pay for it, but it's the markup. When I do so and I go and check that same one online, I'm like, it didn't even reach $100 US. Yeah. And he's paying $350 up for that same thing. And I ain't saying that you ain't supposed to pay duties and, well, not duties, but pay for freight and everything to bring it in. But when that gets here, there shouldn't be a huge markup on the thing for the farmer.
Yeah, but who bringing it in? That's the problem. If marketing board and so on bringing in
I wanted us to go right back there.
Bringing those stuff, yeah. I think St. Vincent does that.
So, yes, St. Vincent input. Well, they used to be the marketing board, the input warehouse.
Marketing corporation, I think.
Okay. I think if you have somebody online, they say that they call it and then we ain't answering. So let's see. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald. Good morning to JD, Dr. Antoine. Good morning.
They're hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm telling you good morning, Andrew. Are you pushing me? Okay. First of all, let me compliment you on that program this morning with the lady, and thanks for asking my question with the suckers. I just was wondering, well, because she's planting in a container, maybe that restricts the number of suckers that comes out. Because usually if you plant bananas in the open, there are a whole number of suckers around. But that's what I call about. You would recall that maybe a couple of years ago I called in concerning Swizzle sticks. I still export Swizzle sticks. I think I've been elevated to be probably one of the few exporters of Swizzle sticks in the world. This is a common to the Caribbean. Martinique, I know, have a lot of that. But I export to a company in New York, and they sell to companies all over the world doing bad products. I question to you, goodly gentlemen, is in relation to that plant. I have problems pronouncing the scientific name, but almost everybody in Grenada know about Swizzle sticks. And I remember asking the guy I sent me Swizzle sticks to. I know it's a stirrer for drinks, but what's so unique about the Swizzle stick? And he said to me that the Swizzle stick gives out a certain aroma. So when they serve a cocktail, it tastes different when a Swizzle stick is used. There are other plastic stirrers that's used, but Swizzle stick is unique. So they buy from me. I know they used to export to Angostura in Trinidad. Angostura got to know that I do, so they come straight to me now. So when I get large orders, I have a challenge to get sticks. Right? I have a guy who gets for me. But speaking on your station, because there might be a farmer listening who has access to Swizzle sticks, right? And they can contact me, and they'll get paid for harvesting the sticks. But the question I have to you, good gentlemen, is: can Swizzle sticks be? Should I put what word am I looking for? Can you plant the sticks, and then have it harvested? Because where it is generally found, it's not in low-lying areas, mainly in high terrains, dark, moist areas, and they grow into big trees, right? What we see as a Swizzle stick now is the branches that's cut off and trimmed. So I want to find out if it's possible to plant them.
Well, so, let them answer a question. Stay right there, Stan. Let them try to answer the question. I don't know who would want to go with that, but I guess it could be planted. JD, what do you say?
From my knowledge, I believe there's a particular tree.
Yeah, he's saying that there is.
Yes, I think that particular tree. I don't know, but for me, for a Swizzle stick, I cut a young cocoa.
Yeah, but
it's not a cocoa.
Not a cocoa, but I think there's a particular tree. There's a particular tree.
Somebody told me.
Yeah.
What we used to use before as fishing rod, it's from the same tree. That's what somebody told me. I don't know. But I just exported about 500 sticks, so I handle them regularly. So I know that they're grown. I have a farmer who goes, he gets it and prepares it. But at least 2 persons said to me, why don't you try to plant those things? Because there is a demand for it. Like I said, all the people who sell bar products, stores and so on, they also sell the sticks. And you wouldn't believe the price they sell it for. I'm not getting any close to what they sell it for. But it's something that I've been doing for probably almost 18, 20 years now, Andrew, you know that.
Yeah, it's about, about 18 years, yeah.
So there is a market for it. What I'm looking for are farmers, because I just got indication there's an order for about 1,500 coming up soon. And my farmer probably could get it from me, but it will take probably about a month or 5 weeks. And the people who are ordering, they need it in a short turnaround period. So, but my main question is whether that's something you can plant. because you cut it when it reaches. Well, you see the size of the stick, so that's how the branch is, right? The 5 fangs plus the stem. So you trim it off, and the good thing about it, you don't have to cut down the tree. You just trim the branch, and it keeps growing.
Well,
But
I guess
I've
Stan, hold on here. If it's a Doc Perry, help me here. If it's a plant, it could be grown. The trick is, where do you grow it?
Right, knowing where you grow it, finding the planting material. Yeah, I think that's basically.
Do you know what it is?
No, I grew up as a kid knowing a swiddle stick to be that stick produced from a nutmeg branch that you use for storing or dissolving
cocoa. But no, there is a special tree.
There's a special.
But hold on, Stan. Dalton.
Yeah.
Do you know the tree?
Yeah. There is. I grew up on the western side, right? Victoria. And my neighbor used to be one of Bernard Code's aunt. And where Bernard Code's grandparents would have grew up in a place in that area up there. I used to go like on a Sunday and a weekend to get pick cloves sometime or nutmeg for Miss Carrington, which is Bernard Code's aunt. And that whole area, they have a lot of those trees.
Stan, do you know where that is?
No, I don't know what it is. I actually.
But you know, do you know where Bernard's aunt is from in Victoria?
Stan
No,
from
who's
Victoria.
Bernard?
Yeah, he's a.
Yes, I know Stan. Stan is from us in Lassus.
You lived in Lassus one time, Stan?
Yes.
Okay, good. So the gentleman knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is that I've been to an area where the sticks are grown, so I know the trees, right? But it, like I said, it's generally in areas that's not frequently traversed, right? And like I said, where I went there was a field of trees, but they were not just the short trees; they were big trees because they grow into big trees. What you see is just a branch of the tree, right? So I know it grows. The question is, I don't know if it needs a specific temperature or specific area, but the guys I used to get, John and Bruce used to get sticks for me before. Maybe that's where they
hold it there, Stan. Doc, you are going to say something.
That's one of the major problems we have here from a scientific perspective. Or not having scientific information on the agronomy of the range of stuff we produce, So like, for example, we still don't know anything about the bawande. We don't know much about the swiddle stick. What degree of information do we have on the lime, the lemon, and other stuff as relating to our environment? So here is the absence of scientific information on propagation, the agronomy, and all the gametes relating to a particular plant or vegetation we have here. And that reflects the absence of a serious scientific culture within Grenada, and if not the Caribbean for that matter. Because a scientific basis...
Hold on, Stan, hold on.
Because a scientific basis allows for overall industrial development. And that pertains to the raw material coming from agriculture, for example, the minerals that might be found in our soils, in our rocks, in our sand, and use of all the excess material we have that we consider waste, right? And so we need to build a scientific platform in our society so that ultimately we have greater knowledge of the range of herbs we have here, the range of trees we have here, range of flora and fauna and other minerals, so that our people as a people would have a greater scientific understanding of our environment, our society. And so Stan wouldn't have the problem of trying to find out. Yes. And here is where, for example, if we had a Ministry of Science and Technology, that data should be readily available in some archive or in some school. Let's suppose the agricultural school who should have that data, or maybe the nursery down in Ashenden, or maybe University of Science and Technology, or something of the sort. But that's the problem we have here, where our economy has no scientific basis to it, to the point where ultimately, if development is to occur, we will have to revert to ensuring that we build a scientific culture in our society that will take care of problems that Stan has.
Okay, Dalton.
You see,
Hold on, Stan.
so
Hold
that-
on, Stan. I'm going to come to you now. Hold on. Give me Dalton.
That plant is unique to Victoria region, that west corridor of the island. That plant is unique, and there's a lot. Well, back in the days, I haven't been hiking that area, but that area is the whole forest is practically of that same tree.
Of that tree.
Yeah. And it's in the culture of the people around that area. So the fishermen on the coast, they would use that specific tree to do the line, fishing line. You know, that was a tradition. And so that is how I knew about the tree.
Stan?
Yeah. So I agree that my suppliers are generally, I use guys in Moran. There's a guy I use in Concord. So that generally in that area. A couple of guys from Grenville had done some work for me. But the problem, I think, has always been that growing up, we know our parents use twizzle sticks, right? So they have one or two in the house, not more than that, and that could last for years. So there has not been a demand for twizzle sticks locally. So you go to the market, you see a guy with 10 sticks. That's all he comes to the market with, because that's all he'll be able to sell, right? So because there has not been a demand for it, people have not paid a lot of interest in it. I had to ask a guy out of New York, why are you buying this quantity of sticks? And he said to me, we are using it for cocktails. They drop a swizzle stick in a cocktail, and people pay $40 and $50 for the cocktail. He said there's a certain aroma that the sticks gives out. And I'm saying maybe that's why our parents' cocoa tea used to taste so good. Because when they use scissor sticks and we drink it, we don't realize what we drink it. But because there is a commercial opportunity, and that's why I'm asking the question, because every time I get an order, I make a phone call. I have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get the sticks. The good thing about it is that the guys who sell the sticks can go back to the same place 3 months later and get sticks because it regrows. But there's an opportunity. In fact, if you Google scissor sticks and you check on the people who sell it, $15 and $20 to sell one stick for US, right? So there's a commercial opportunity, and that's why I'm saying I have an order pending. That's about 1,500 sticks, and my farmer can get it for me, but he'll take a while. So if there are any farmers out there who have access to the sticks, then we can have a conversation, because you can be guaranteed that at least every 3 months or so you'll get an order for minimum about 500 sticks or so, right? I've been doing this thing for over 15 years. So I know there's a market. When Angostura contacted me, they contacted me through the back door, because the guy has sold to in New York, right? I sell to him, and he sold to Angostura. Angostura got to know, I don't know how they got to know, they got to know that this sticks came from Grenada. Somebody called me and told me that somebody in Real Value told them that I'm the one who exports stick. I don't know the guy in Real Value knew. And that's why I made a direct contact. I have exported sticks to Australia. I've exported sticks to the UK, right? So there is a commercial opportunity. If there's, I probably have to experiment, ask the guy who gets the stick for me to get some. I don't know how it could be grown. If you can just stick it into the ground, or you need to do whatever scientific word you use to get it done. But if I can find that out, and there is a possibility, then we can do a field of scissor sticks. I can then market widely. I try marketing on the internet, and the guy from New York called me and told me, I'm paying you money to take down that ad. He actually paid me to take it down, because he said, look, I currently have the market. I buy from you and I sell to anybody else. So,
all right, well, Stan, let's see. I'll probably get Dalton to take some pictures, because he knows what it looks like, or we'll find what we can do.
He can put me in touch, or like I said, the only people in St. Mark that I spoke to was John, Pastor John, and Bruce. I know these two guys.
Don't worry, I'll hook up you and Dalton will be able to go where he used to see them and see if there are any more in that area.
Well, yeah, because tell him he's saying me, I have a pending out of 1,500, so there's an opportunity.
All right, listen to 2 comments, one from Dr. Antoine and then one from JD. Doc?
Okay. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what exactly is that swizzle stick. what tree it is, content, and I like to get a specimen of it.
Yeah, right. So we got that. So Dalton will help you now.
We'll follow up with that.
Dalton will know. Hold that, Dalton.
What I'm saying, has Stan ever seen the tree itself? Like, does it flower? Does it seed?
Hold on, Stan. He's not. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, again.
Does the tree flower? Does it seed or what? If not, it's not hard to make plants from the tree itself.
All right, Stan, have you seen the tree?
I have seen the tree. I've been there. I have seen. I actually went in the field and cut the branches off myself. So I've seen the tree. Actually, it was
flowers, seeds.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I got it from Puzzle's farm that's in is it?
All right. So hold on. Let we put in a scientific way to deal with your thing now. Dalton is going to direct Dr. Entwine to the tree and what it looks like, and then we'll be able to do so and give you a go-to plan as to deal with it how you want to deal with it. Cool?
Okay, fair enough.
All right, then. Thanks for calling, Stan. Yeah? Yeah. So, Dr. Entwine, that's very interesting, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is. Because
I've known Stan used to,
I know Stan.
But the amount of time Stan used to call me saying he put out notice on the radio because he needed the sticks and I know that.
But if all these years, by now he should have his own field.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
Well,
here is where an agronomist would be very important to us.
And exactly what we were saying earlier on.
Yes, so that the agronomist would identify the plant, okay, and be able to make plants or whatever it is, seedlings or other plants from that tree for propagation purposes. And once that is done, then his source of swiddle sticks could be easily solved.
Yeah.
The problem is I've heard the name swiddle stick. I've always thought the swiddle stick was some nutmeg branch that was cut with this little sprung.
Cocoa
branch.
Not nutmeg.
Well, maybe in the Highlands use cocoa, maybe in the Highlands we use nutmeg. I don't know.
Well, they mimic the cocoa tree, and then they mimic the same shape of that.
Yeah, cocoa.
Because the cocoa sucker has the same.
Yeah, the cocoa, a sucker from the cocoa.
Yeah.
When I want one, I just go and look for a young sucker and I make.
No, but it's the what.
I mean, there's a tree. Yeah, tree.
I now put in a relationship to the guys that would use that stick to fish, and based on the quality of that, he's saying the stick give a special aroma. Because I question those guys that make both the fish pot and they tell me those sticks attract the fish because of its smell and all those different things. So I just now seeing the scientific question is now what compound in that stick that actually add to the.
Because that's the sticks. What are the sticks that they use to fish crayfish?
That could be,
yeah.
But a lot of that used to be the nutmeg suckers, based on my personal childhood growing experiences. So if it was a specific tree, I'm not familiar.
It could mean that nutmeg has the kind of a same kind of a substance.
And if that's the case, then the nutmeg itself is known to have some aroma to it.
Yeah.
The plant, So
guys, it's about time for us to start to wrap up. Dalton, let me hear some final statements from you.
Well, good to be back.
Nice to have you.
Yeah, and today farmers meeting in upper level. We're asking all the spice farmers to come out and let us day by day continue to strengthen that department. On the Cohoba side, we are doing
what are you doing there?
We're doing a lot of great things. Polishing the rough diamond day by day, and it's getting brighter and brighter.
Okay. You had a tea thing in St. Vincent.
Yeah, took part. We had a tea festival Yeah.
We need to do so and have something, even if it's not as big, but have something like that. In maybe have one in Port Parish in a particular place, just to experience that folks can experience different teas.
Yeah.
What did you serve the tea in though?
They had it served in glasses, so they had it dispensed at
glass.
Yeah, those takeaway cups.
The cups.
Yeah,
because glasses.
Yeah, no. When I say glass, sorry, not glass. It was the takeaway cups, and it was really, really interesting. 3 days into the conference, we had 3 days of the festival.
Okay.
And so a lot of the foreigners that was there for the festival, everybody came and enjoyed the tea. The Cohoba start, everybody after they drink the Cohoba.
So we probably have another program and dedicate a portion to that.
Yeah.
JD?
No, just saying in that instance, a good link up to the tower in St. Paul's. the Tower in St. Paul, the place called the Tower.
The 99 window.
That place there, that's a good place for you to get cook with.
For the teas.
For that tea, yeah.
Okay. Dr. Antoine, finally.
Well,
thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much for your patience with my absence, and I look forward to our continuing and growing strengthening program. Also, I want to thank all of our audience out there, Sister Lucy Joseph, Sister Joyce Walls, and all the other comrades out there who listen to our program on a weekly basis. Thank you very much for your patience in my absence. Just a reminder, as Dalton said, we have our annual Isle of Spice Farmers Association meeting this evening, beginning at 5, and upper level Beans Hall, Grenville. And all spice farmers are welcome, including nutmeg farmers. Remember, nutmeg is our biggest spice in Grenada.
Hey guys, thanks. It was a wonderful program this morning. One love. Peace,
thank you very much.
Happiness, and joy.
Okay, thank you very much for having us.
To the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting vine in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. Brave, grow real, grow Grenada. Heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9.
Triple